Now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So Antonio can hear us,
Hello, Antonio.
but we can't hear him.
And that's because he's a listener this week, not a participant.
That's right.
I sounded quite intelligent then, didn't I?
No.
Just for a split second. Yes, I did.
No, you
Just
didn't.
for a second there. Why do you always have to be so, like, I don't know, derogatory? See, it sounded intelligent again then.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, did. Totally did.
He can hear you, he says. He can hear you.
Well, that's a good thing, I guess. Can't hear Duke, though, because he ain't here. Because his Mac's broken or something.
Shall we? We can start if you like.
Well, how are we going to record it?
Good point. Good point.
That is a good point. That's a good point. I haven't even got a recorder on it. I've never installed one.
No, there is one that you can use through Discord, but it's not very reliable.
No. And there's one in OBS in there, but I guess that only records the stream.
Yeah, I could record it there. That is a way of doing it, I suppose.
But with no theme tune, though, if Duke's not here. But I guess we should start because we don't even know when he's coming.
I can play the theme tune, but you won't hear it. But the stream will.
Oh, okay.
So...
Will it record? Oh, wait a minute. Is that Duke?
Wait
Oh,
a
it
minute,
is. Yeah. He's here. He's here.
Hey.
We were just going to start without you.
Wait a minute. Oh.
Shut the up, kid. Shut up, kid. Shut your ass up, kid. You don't know.
Yeah, you're working.
I'm working all right.
Yeah,
It is
definitely
now.
working.
God, what a nightmare.
Computers, I tell you, what are you going to do?
Ugh, God. I
Ugh.
just bought this Macintosh computer like 8 years ago.
I know.
I know. I said to Kay, I'm like, he's gonna have to upgrade soon. He's had that bloody mini Mac forever.
I mean, it makes sense for me to get, I don't know, I guess a new Mac Mini. It's just.
I said he's had it like, I said that's nearly as old as me. He's had that nearly as long as we've been doing the podcast.
No, I got a new one like halfway through.
Well, 8 years isn't halfway.
Well, whatever. The point is,
It's old.
it's a little old, but I mean, I don't know.
I'm impressed. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I'm impressed how long it's lasted for.
They make it obsolete so quickly so that you buy a new one. I mean, let's not kid ourselves.
Well, that's
No,
the
but 8
American
years
way.
is pretty good,
It's
though. 8 years
American
is pretty good.
Well, look, America was built on things not lasting very long.
That's right.
It won't change my mind because I don't have to. Because I'm an American.
Mm-hmm.
But what we need to do is get going, I guess.
Yes, let's get going.
Let's do this.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Oh God, it just happened again. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. This is not good. This is not good, Chinny.
I can
Genie.
hear him.
I can hear him.
Fuck.
He can't hear us,
hear me?
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The screen just went all crazy haywire.
Oh, Christ.
What the hell?
Time to buy a
Can
new
you
Mac.
hear us? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, he can hear us, at least.
I wonder if oh, for God's sake.
Oh, no, it's broken because it's broken.
Nothing irritates Duke more than
Something breaking.
computer problems.
Computer technology problems.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
hell? Why is this suddenly the screen's just blank?
I don't know.
Unbelievable.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, I think he's got it all together now. Chinny, I think we're going to have to go to plan B.
Time to buy a new Mac, Duke.
Anyway, are you going to do the theme tune and we'll get going and Duke will maybe or maybe not join us at some point?
Yes. I don't know where he puts all the themes.
I thought you said you could play the theme tune.
I can. I've got them all here, but I don't know what they're called, so I'll just have to look. So let's...
All right, okay.
Oh, I've got this one. Let's start.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Right. You can't hear that, though, can you?
I can't hear anything.
No. Okay. So I'm going to play the theme song now.
You'll have to introduce her because I don't know when it ends.
Okay. Well,
Go.
hold on. No, I'm not recording. I better record, don't I?
Oh, yeah, you need to record because Duke's gone.
All right. Now I'm recording. So say something random so we got something for the start of the show.
Duke's Mac is the broken little tiny piece of shit.
Yes. Oh, he's gone. Oh
It's
boy.
gone. He is broken.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm recording.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start. There's a chat there. They can all. Hey, fam, we can hear it. They can all. We can always edit it in. Right. I'm gonna play the theme
Yeah.
song now. I'll introduce
it
it.
now.
Just stay quiet, okay?
I'm doing it.
Because you
I'm
can't.
quiet.
Shut up.
What in the
Oh
world?
no, he's
Oh
back.
God, he's back.
Yeah, but I'm back on the PC.
Okay.
Okay, well,
The
Chini's-
Mac is. I'm not touching that thing again
So
tonight.
Duke, I can. No, Duke.
Whoa,
Duke.
shush.
I can play the song, but you can't hear it. I'm recording right now. So you've just got
Well, I
to.
hope you're recording because I can't record and I got no sound effects.
Right.
That's all right. We know what's happening.
I might as well not be here.
Yeah, that's true. But you see it as you're here. See it as you're here. We're just
Might as
gonna.
well hang around.
Okay. Right. I'm playing the theme. In fact, we don't need to play the theme. Just
Okay.
go, Stu. I'll just edit it in. Fuck it. I can't be arsed.
What? What the bloody hell?
Just
That's-
go.
You just
We'll
told
just
me.
edit
Okay,
it
okay.
in.
All right. Jesus Christ. Hello and welcome to episode 569 of the Veteran Gamers. This is a fucking shit ass car crash of a show.
You don't need to acknowledge it that early on because no one will know why. It's a
I know,
car.
I'm
everyone's gonna
doing
know.
it anyway. Flipping out.
Hmm.
Anyway, I'm Stu.
I'm Duke.
And I'm Chinny.
Wow.
Oh God, it's trying to start up all the same programs. Oh
Oh.
God, this is a nightmare.
What is he doing? Stu,
I'm sorry,
Stu, just
people.
stop. Leave it alone. Just leave
So
it.
Duke's.
Well, I don't want this to be logged into Discord on this computer because then it might mess up the sound.
Look, it'll be fine. Seriously, it'll just be fine. Just go with the flow, Duke. Go with the flow.
Yeah, I'm trying to go with the flow, but the flow sucks. I hate it.
Oh my God.
The way that the flow that it can be named is not the true and unchanging flow.
So the story this week is Duke's Mac Minis shit the biscuit. I
It's
don't know.
totally dead.
Say.
Mm,
Yeah, this thing is like it's done.
Wow.
just give up.
I
Give
mean,
up.
terrible value for money. 8 years. I mean, Christ.
Yeah, something like that. All right,
Wow.
nobody cares. Moving on. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. We are not military veterans. We're veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
Yes, and Duke has a microphone from the early 2000s, which is nice.
He does. Totally does.
Yeah.
Great microphone. I just can't use it because my Macintosh computer decided to die.
You know what, Duke? You could plug your microphone into your PC.
Whoa.
Ah.
No,
Oh,
then he's got to
oh,
get.
like a guy who has more than one USB port.
I know. Moving a USB from one to another is so complicated.
It is pretty
Ugh.
complicated.
Hey, you're lucky I got this thing working.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I'm just, I just happy that Duke's here. All right.
Yeah. So am I.
Who said nobody ever?
Because, like, without Duke, there's no sound effects, is there, Duke?
There's no sound effects with me.
Oh, flipping out! What are you doing here, then?
Yeah,
Brr, 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 brr.
it's true. I can
Really?
I can play sound effects, but
But I
on-
won't be able to hear them. So
only
what's the point?
the listeners and the live
Yeah.
listeners can hear them.
Yeah, none of us are able to
I
hear.
wish I was dead.
So I play.
Wow, it's a bit extreme. It's a bit extreme.
Not
that.
really. I don't really wish that. I'm just
No, I know.
very
That's...
frustrated. I'm actually still in a good mood despite all this
Do
problem.
you know what, Duke? You would feel terrible if you were dead tomorrow.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't feel anything.
No, you would be dead, wouldn't
I
you?
mean, maybe. I don't know. We don't
Exactly.
know. What dreams may come, man. Tis a consummation
Wow.
devoutly to be wished.
This is a weird start to a show, isn't it?
Very weird start.
Duke's Mac Mini packed up, so he wants to be
No,
dead?
no.
How does
No.
Walmart have a Mac Mini for $300? That doesn't
Okay,
make sense.
okay. I'm gonna have to take
Alright.
control. I got no. Right,
What
Duke,
is
Duke,
happening?
Duke. Stop looking at new Mac Minis and just deal with
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
later. Stu,
yeah.
Stu,
Focus. What?
Stu.
What?
Stop thinking
What?
that Duke is making this weird. You're making this weird, and crack on with the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's out. How is everybody, by the way?
Yeah, we're
I'm
fine.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm about to get a new computer.
Building
What?
as we speak.
What motivated
Yeah.
you to get that new computer? Duke?
Yeah, Duke.
I just thought it was time
Yeah.
for a change.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just thought,
crap.
hey, you know
Oh,
what?
Funny.
Time to get a new Mac.
Oh, the stress. Anyway, we have been like it's a different week, isn't it? Because last week we were doing the
It's
massive.
a different week.
It is, but no, but I
Every
mean,
week is a
you
different
know, in so much as last week we like changed from the norm because we did a
Yeah.
big not the EGX show, and like got everyone together, and it was cool. This week we're kind of back to normal, but not because of all the weird stuff that's just happened.
Well,
but
again, you keep acknowledging the
let's-
weird stuff.
I
dude.
know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So let's move on from the weird stuff.
Could we?
Yes.
Yeah, let's. Could we please? Could we?
Could we?
Please.
Talk about games, because I'm guessing we've got 2 weeks of games to talk about, so that's probably quite a few.
Yes. Not
Have a
really.
thing?
But
Not
no,
really?
No.
Something?
Well, it depends on how much we've been playing.
Yeah.
Some
Well,
of us
that's
have been
true.
playing a lot. Some of us not so much.
Mm.
Yeah, I've been playing. Have you been playing, Duke?
Yeah, I've been playing.
See,
I
you've
got
been
it's
playing.
Thanksgiving week. We had all week off, sort of.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Happy Thanksgiving,
I
Eric.
mean, not
Thanksgiving.
really, but yeah, happy Indigenous Peoples Heritage Day.
Yes.
Happy Genocide Remembrance Day.
I think I know the answer. So, where did Thanksgiving come from? Is it when you stole land and killed all
Yes.
the Native Americans? Is that right?
Yes, and this is where I would play the Nelson sound clip. Ha ha!
Yeah. But you don't. You don't have
Right.
that power, do you? At the moment.
It was part of the American myth to pretend like we, all made a happy start together, and yeah, it's this idea that we're all happy and friendly, and we have much to be thankful for.
Yeah. Be thankful
Much to be
that
thankful.
the Native Americans didn't have advanced weaponry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Be
yeah.
thankful for that.
Or be thankful that your Mac Mini packed up on
you
Cyber
can't,
Monday.
Stu, right?
Dude, let it go, dude. I'm trying to move on.
I
You
honestly,
might get a cheap one. You might get a cheap one.
I've got an announcement to make, by the way. There is a new video going up on the
Oh.
YouTube channel
What?
on
Dun,
Veteran Game.
dun, dun.
Now,
Don't. Whoa, whoa,
Go on.
whoa! Do
Go on.
not even tell me, right, that this could be the fabled EGX video from last year.
You
No
would-
way could that be this.
you would be forgiven to think that,
I know.
But you would also be wrong, I
but
assume.
you would also be wrong, Stu, because
What?
there was an event before EGX that we filmed and vlogged and
Oh God!
and I never made a video
What a-
from that.
What else did you not make a video from?
Arcade Club 2019, April.
Wow.
20.
So there's 2 videos you didn't do from last year. I didn't know that.
That's right.
Wow, Apple had special pricing for educators.
Great.
Oh, for God's sake, Duke! Stop looking at
Duke.
Mac Mini.
Duke,
Make me.
You don't help sometimes. You know how like you try we
No, I do
moan
not.
about Stu like sort of delaying the show, going over a point, and then you see what I'm saying here, Duke. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but you know what? I'm trying to move on.
So, yeah, that's
Like
not
getting
that's
a
the
new one.
opposite
No,
of
he's
what you're
moving on by
doing.
getting a new- He's moving on by getting a new one. It's fine.
Right.
Just
So
let him-
Exactly. Don't you want me to be happy next week?
yes, totally.
I've made the Arcade Club 2019 video. Would you believe I've done
Yes.
that now?
Awesome.
And
Yay.
I'm going to publish that shortly. I can do that while I can't do it while we podcast because I can't open Premiere Pro, but whatever. But yes, that will be done. And in that, Stu,
Yes.
there is a section which I'm going to export as its own little video clip and put on our
God, what did
social
I
media.
do?
There's a section where you insult me in around about 40 seconds 6 times.
No way. I would never do that.
That's true.
It can't be true.
That's true
How did I
because
insult you? What did I say?
one of the things that we did was a Bomberman tournament, wasn't it?
Oh, that's true. We did do a Bomberman tour.
You would like I'm trying to talk to the camera, and you go, but you're shit at Bomberman though. Like you just kept on saying it. You're shit. You lost. You lost at Bomberman. You're
That is
shit.
true. But in my defence, you did big yourself up as some like Bomberman expert.
And in my defence, Stu, I came second.
Well, that's not first.
It's
That you
better
might
than
well have come 4th or 5th.
it's better than we had about 20 players to that thing. So it's better than you,
Well, I don't care. I never professed to be any good at it.
but I did.
But you did.
So yeah, I've made that video. It's got some funny bits in it. So please check it out on our YouTube channel, Arcade Club 2019. And yes, that means that I have been working on the EGX video.
Oh.
Oh my goodness!
My
Yay!
God.
Not
One
finished
day.
it. Not finished
No,
it
one
yet.
day.
But I do want to do it sooner rather than later because
So
we had that show last week.
We did. We did.
And I was like, oh my God, it's been like a year and I still haven't made that thing. And also, Gary's on it and it's a nice memory. We need. I've got a load of footage on my hard drive that's no one is seeing, that people would really enjoy to see, especially people from our community. And if you listen to the show and you want to find out what Stu looks like, and he doesn't look like a farmer with a flat cap, then you can go to our YouTube.
I know, it's
channel.
unbelievable.
Everybody says Stu he sounds a lot older than he is. Yeah, I know he does. He does.
I do. Well, I am old, but I just look young. That's what it is, Chinny.
I'd kind of hedge your bet to just you sound old and you're not old. Let's put it like that. All right.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Looking
I'll go
young
with
is a bit stretched too far for me.
Oh, come on.
But the other thing that's going on that I want to talk about before we start talking about video games is Extra Life is next week.
Yay, Extra Life.
This is correct.
Or
I'm on the
correct.
schedule.
As people listen to this, it'll be this week, this Saturday, December the 5th, from 8 a.m. to Sunday 8 a.m. I will be playing video games for 24 hours in honor of our late great friend Gary Lever, who passed away this year, who was a big Extra Life advocate, and he always did it every year. And usually I donate to the Wisconsin Hospital, or this year I did a 24-hour thing for my local hospice, which is just down the road. But this year I'm doing it for Gary and a few others, and it's not just me. A few others in the VG Hub have also dedicated their 24-hour gaming to Gary. So I think it's for the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh, I think. But it doesn't matter. It's sick kids that need help at hospital. So it doesn't matter where they're from, does it? It doesn't matter. It's just helping.
Doesn't matter.
It's just helping kids.
So help all the kids.
Help all the kids. So what happened on last week's show is that we upped the goal. The goal was $2,500, and we upped it. I told Greg to up the goal live on the show, and he did, and he upped it to $3,500.
He did.
Do it live.
And at the moment, it's $2,900. So it's 100 up from last week, and it's getting there. It's getting there, but we need your help. So I need to raise 600. But even if we get to the goal, you know what would be even better?
What would be better?
If we can get to 4. If we could get to 4.
That would be impressive.
That would be impressive. But I need people's help. I need their help. And it's all for a good cause. So that will be that. I've made a schedule, Stu. You'll be pleased to know.
I have seen the schedule. I am on the schedule.
You are on the schedule. And what is the schedule made in?
Excel.
Well, Google Sheets, but the same thing, right?
Same. Google's version of Excel.
Yes, and you love an Excel sheet, Stu. You love an Excel sheet.
I like a good spreadsheet.
So at the moment, right, and there's some blanks in there, right? I need people's help. There are spare slots, right? So in the morning, it's pretty blank. That depends on whether, my friend Marsh, friend of the show, friend of the show, Marsh. His son might or might not be playing football. He doesn't know if it's open because that's the end of lockdown, isn't it? The 2nd of December is the end of lockdown. So he's not sure if he doesn't go to football, then he's going to join me in the morning. We're going to play some Warzone or GTA Online or Red Dead Online. So at the moment, I've got Red Dead Online at 1 p.m. Among Us, I thought would be a good game to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I'm preaching to you two as well. You two can join me. Among Us is booked in at 4 p.m. on Saturday. Right?
Okay.
If you haven't got it, it's like £5. It's like £5. Just get the fucking game. All right. And then at 7 p.m., that's where Stu gets involved. 7 p.m. is Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh.
Sorry, Ghost of Tsushima. And I've been playing. This is something I've been playing this week. Is the co-op. I've been playing that. There's a new co-op DLC for Ghost of Tsushima. I've been playing that with Jamie and Sarah from work, and I said, "Hey, do you want to join me for my Extra Life 24-hour slot?" And they said, "Yeah." So 7 p.m. we're playing Ghost of Tsushima. At 9 p.m. it's getting dark. We're playing We're playing Phasmophobia.
Can I just say, there's a new prison level, isn't there now as well? So that
I haven't played it for a while, but I'll take your word for it. So I'm putting the link to the spreadsheet in the chat now. I'll put a link to the spreadsheet in the show notes. I'll put a link to Gary's Extra Life page in the show notes. So we've got Phasmophobia. That's with Stu and Lord, otherwise known as Stephen Holsworth, who we've played Phasmophobia with before. But it also means, Stu, there's a spare slot.
Yes.
There's a spare slot.
There is.
For Phasmophobia. And then at 12 a.m. midnight, I'm going to be joining the SEAL Team podcast for some Valorant/PUBG fun. And then, I haven't asked him yet, but he did say he would do it. 5 a.m. I'm going to be playing Warzone with Greg from California. And I think, knowing Marsh will probably join me on the 5 a.m. Well, probably 6 a.m.-ish. So yes, I've got spare slots that I need people to fill in. So if you're interested in helping me, 5th of December, Red Dead Online, me and Marshy, you can have 2 other people in your posse. So we've got 2 slots free there. Among Us, there are 9. So I've got nobody booked in for Among Us. So if you want to get in on Among Us, it would be even better if you could join the Discord chat because it's a lot better when you can talk to each other. We've got 1 spare slot for Ghost of Tsushima. I did say to Jamie and Sarah, I don't worry, I won't let a weirdo in, so please don't be a maniac. And then Phasmophobia, we've got 1 spare slot. And then everything in between, all the gaps. Are you on the spreadsheet, Stu? Can you see it?
I am. I can see. There's a lot of gaps in the morning.
There's a lot of gaps at the morning. That depends whether Marshy's free or not. But if there's not, I've listed some single-player games that I'll be playing, which is Spider Boy, as I call it, Mars Boranis.
Spider Boy.
Titanfall 2, Mario All-Stars 3D, Mafia Remastered, and Planet Coaster. I needed a game that was kind of a bit more chill. So Planet Coaster.
Planet Coaster is a lot of fun.
Yeah. So that's my 24-hour plan. Whether it'll stick to that plan, I have no idea. I'm going to be streaming it live on YouTube and Twitch for the whole thing. Hopefully, usually every year that I do this, halfway through, my internet just goes, fuck you, stop doing this, and it craps out. But we'll see. That's my plan. So
I think it's looking good. I think it's looking good.
I need people to. We got 2 spare slots for Red Dead Online. We've got 9 spare slots for Among Us. 1 for Ghost of Tsushima. 1 for Phasmophobia. And then if you're thinking about, I don't know, if you want to join me on other things or chip in or whatever, Fletch, Dan. What did he say? He said he wants to play Sea of Thieves. I said, look, if there's a gap and I'm not playing anything, we'll do some Sea of Thieves. I am there for 24 hours. Play some games with me, or just join in. The minimum you could do is join in, say hello, and good luck. That's it. That's the minimum.
Yeah, come by, people.
Yeah.
Say hello.
Yeah.
What's wrong
Come
with
by.
you? Why would you not?
The real question is Duke gonna join me?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I can't promise nothing, but you know.
Yeah, but maybe no.
Hey, I got a lot to do this weekend. I have to buy a new Mac.
Yes.
And then
That's
you've got
true.
to set it up. Got to set it all
You're
up.
gonna set it up. Yeah.
Oh,
That is tough.
wow.
I'll only buy that if he guarantees that he'll never play Rocket League all weekend.
Ooh.
Because if he's got time to play
Wait,
Rocket
wait,
League, then
Wait
he's
a
got
minute.
time to play with
What do I
me.
get out of this? What's the benefit to me?
What do I get out of it? Nothing. It's the
Nothing.
kids.
What?
It's the kids,
Nothing.
Marty. You gotta think of the
I'll
kids.
give you money for kids. This doesn't have anything to do with you terrorizing me and demanding that I change. What? I can't get anything for my trade-in Mac? You bastards.
Stop dealing
been a
with your
loyal
back.
customer for years and years.
old.
And they're like, we're not going to get you any money for it, but we'll recycle it, meaning we'll dump it in a Chinese river.
No, they'd be better off taking it to a museum. That thing. Like,
Better off recreating the scene from Office Space.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Who would do such a thing?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That
that's
Anyway,
me.
you were
I'm
saying.
done. No, I'm
Sorry.
done. No, it's fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
So join me
Okay.
5th of December, 24 hours, extra life, done.
Good.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about some games.
Let's do it.
get
What you
on-
been playing? What you been playing? What you been playing? Casket to jouer.
Brilliant. Have you got the wheel, Chinny? Where's the wheel? Quick, do something. Get the
Oh,
wheel.
sorry. Yeah, the wheel. Yeah.
The
yeah,
wheel
I-
before Duke starts to making noises again.
I forgot
Well, what
about
am I
it.
supposed to do? I'm useless.
I don't know. Even in Gavlar.
I'll tell you what
Gavlar's
you
in
can
the
do, Duke. You can talk about what you've been playing because you have been selected on the
Oh,
wheel.
yes. So here's the thing, people. Let me explain. I was already talking about this last week, but I didn't get a chance to, and that's okay. I've been on this quest lately to find a game that will scratch my itch for an MMO or a role-playing game. This has been a months-long quest for role-playing games. As you all know, I played Dragon's Dogma. I played. I went back to a Spiderweb game, right? I tried Avedon 2.
Oh,
I've
that's
tried
right, yes.
games. Yeah, trying to scratch this itch. And here's the thing that I realized. There's two things. Number one is music. When I sit down to play video games, I usually want to play one of two playlists. Either some block rockin' beats, fuck 'em, and their law, voodoo, hoodoo, what you don't dare do, people. That whole thing, right? Or I've got other playlists of like laid back, chilled music like Enigma, Delirium, artists like that I associate with role playing games. And then I realized so these role playing games I wanted to play, I was trying to find something I could play while listening to that music, right? That I have played while listened to while playing role playing games in the past.
Okay.
And then I came to understand. And then of course there's the aggressive hip hop playlist that I play when I listen to when I play Call of Duty. But that's Call of Duty. I got that squared away, right? The beats playlist I listen to when I play Rocket League. But I didn't have anything for that RPG playlist. So I'm looking for a game that will allow me to relax while listening to that playlist. But those other games weren't doing the trick. And then I realized, you know what I actually am looking for? I'm looking for the same emotional experience that I had way back in the day when I played Pool of Radiance and Bard's Tale and Baldur's Gate and all of that stuff. So anyway, the point is that I went hopping from RPG to RPG and MMO to MMO, and I finally decided, you know what, I need to just stick it out with Guild Wars 2. Because what I was trying to do was, conquer each area. And what that means is you go exploring, you find all the, you uncover all the parts of the map, and then kind of like in Assassin's Creed, you go climbing, except that the climbing mechanics in Guild Wars 2 suck. So you have to hop from one rock to another rock and hope that you don't fall off, because when you fall off, you're going to die. And then you have to spawn all the way back at the checkpoint and start the hopping puzzle all over again. So I was doing that for a while, and eventually I said, you know what, screw this. I don't even want to bother with this. I'm just going to do the story. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I did the story.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, okay.
I thought
So
you
I
was
did the
going to
story.
say, oh, fuck this, and then I'm done.
Yeah, I
Well,
was
no.
going to say it was done.
I was thinking about it, but then I was like, wait a minute, I should just finish the story, because I'm close. I was level 80. I didn't have much longer to go on the story, because I told you about it. There's this 4-dimensional dragon or something, and we cut out its eyes, and we cut out its stomach, and we blocked its food. You remember all that?
Yeah, and you
Anyway,
said
totally,
that
totally.
dragon should be fucked on the first thing.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need to bother trying to kill it. It can't eat. It can't
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm probably done. I went to look at a walkthrough. There were like 10 more steps to the story. I was like, what? But whatever. I'm committed to doing it, and I did it. But the story got so ridiculous. At one point, it was, because, you look at what's on the screen here, it's exciting. The combat in Guild Wars 2 is awesome, right? We can all agree that it's a good combat system.
I've never played it.
Or-
I have no desire to play it.
But it looks exciting.
Totally good. It's totally good.
There's a ghost
looks
bear.
exciting.
There's a ghost bear coming out of your
Brilliant.
character. That
Of
looks
course
pretty
there's
good.
a ghost bear.
That looks
Yeah.
alright.
Right. And there's wizards and elves, and you love that stuff.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
all-
wizards, elves and
I'm
shit.
into that.
But here's the thing. At a certain point, you get to the end of the quest line, you're fighting this dragon, and he looks perfectly healthy. He doesn't look like he's had his eyes cut out or his mouth sewn shut or anything. And you have to attack him with these cannons. You're on some airship, and it's like you sit in the cannon, and then like you push up or down to move the cannon left or right. I don't know why you do it that way instead of pushing left or right to move the cannon left or right. And it moves so slowly. And I'm firing at the dragon, and it's like, no effect, no effect, no effect. I'm like, why is it no effect? You have to wait for it to swirl around your airship and then hover in a certain spot before you can attack it with the cannon. And there's like 6 cannons, so you're running from one to the other. Oh god, it was so annoying. But I finally did it. I finished the story, and the one nice thing about it is, and here's the other thing about it. Okay, you know what? Listen,
Jesus Christ, it's like a shotgun approach to this.
It is,
I
it
know,
is,
right?
it is.
In Riven, the Myst sequel,
The
Riven.
Mist sequel.
Yeah.
You liked it, but it's not as good
I
as Mist,
loved
is
it.
what you said. Yeah.
Right,
loved
exactly.
it,
It didn't
loved
have the
it.
same punch, but it is a great game.
Uh-huh.
Here's one of the things that I realized about that game.
Yes.
There's this dagger that's like stuck into the earth. It's like a piece of the scenery. And it's as soon as you get on the island, you see it and you walk past it over and over again as you're running around trying to solve these puzzles. End of the game, you push, you do some stuff, and then the world starts collapsing. That dagger comes crashing down, almost kills you. it was such an important moment because it was the first time I had ever really seen the environment I was in kind of falling apart.
Mhm.
The actions that I took dramatically changed this world that I was in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Most games don't do that, even today. Can you think of a game? I mean, Red Faction Guerrilla, you can blow everything up. Okay.
The Fallout 3, you could blow up Megaton. That was impressive.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
That's
that's true.
fair. That's one example. But I mean, I'm saying like most of the time,
Well,
you can't really
I
have
got
an
another
impact
one
on
for you. I got another one for you,
Yeah?
which is
Oh,
kind of like
oh.
the reverse, right?
Yeah.
But in Batman Arkham Asylum, the bad guys are working on construction, and you
Yeah.
don't know what that construction is. It's never mentioned. It's never brought up. And
Okay.
then if you have a keen eye, you realise that the construction, what they're doing, is the last level. Is the last sort of they're putting the stage together for the last boss.
I never know. I
Okay.
never knew that.
But your actions don't necessarily really
No,
change.
I'm not. But I suppose
no,
the
I can
environment
change. Okay.
changes
Fair enough.
slowly, which is. I did say it was kind of like a backwards approach, but it's
Yeah,
similar.
no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. And that's all I'm saying is like I kind of wanted something like that. You know what I mean? Where it's like a significant visual adjustment to the world based on what you've done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the shadows recede or whatever. The land is cleansed. I mean, it's an MMO, so of course you can't really do that.
Well, we talked about
But-
games like Planet Coaster and SimCity. That is what they are.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good example of a game that does let you adjust the world and change it up and stuff. So
Yeah.
anyway, the only thing I'm saying is when I did finish the last quest, there were, when I was wandering around, it would be like, so-and-so cheers for you, so-and-so waves at you. And I'm like, yeah, everyone should be cheering for me. That's right. I saved the world. I'm awesome. But as soon as I finished it, I was like, okay, I'll do this other area now. And I started in on that area, and I'm, oh, God, no, this is just a grind. Forget it. I'm done. So
You know-
I finished Guild Wars 2. I'm happy about that. And now I'm done with Guild Wars 2.
You know what's interesting about you, Duke, that I've just kind of realised, but I hear it every week,
Yes.
is that you were always kind of searching for quite a specific
Oh, yeah.
thing. Like I feel like playing a game where the world changes, and then you
Yeah.
seek it out. Like I have an RPG itch, and then you seek it out. I have to say that's not how I approach games at all. Like
It's not how most people do. And I'm not looking for the things that most people are looking for. That's the other thing. That's why it's so hard for me to scratch these itches.
So why do you think you're doing that?
It's, who the hell
Okay,
knows?
Let's
I'm
get
a
into
weird person.
you. Let's go back to
No,
your
let's not.
mother and father. Let's talk
I'm
about
a
it.
weirdo. But again, I do think I think it has a lot to do with and this is why Rocket League and Call of Duty are such perennial favorites for me, and even Skyrim to an extent. It's that 10-second loop.
Yes.
That's what I love. I want a game that will give me that satisfying 10-second loop, but always in a slightly different way, so that it's variations on a theme, but not making me learn huge complex systems.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Duke, you're kind of a bit of a contradiction because you
Yeah.
play some games that have really complex systems.
That's true. That's true. But I only, and that's the other thing. Like my desires rotate. So like once in a while it'll be like, oh yeah, now I want to play a game where I'm programming robots.
Yeah, super complicated stuff.
Yeah. And now I'm back into Rust because I want a crafting game, and none of the others compare. So I'm just gonna go start up Rust again.
Yeah.
Let's go play Evolve.
There's always Evolve. Remember
There's
that.
always Evolve. Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
always that.
Whenever it goes
There
to
So
is
anyway,
always
yeah, that was step 1 of my quest to scratch the MMO itch.
Yeah.
It was not the end of the quest this week, the last 2 weeks. There's more to this story, but I've
Wow.
said enough for now. So,
Whew.
Woo.
right.
Right, spin the wheel, Kenny. Flip it out.
Don't worry, listeners, there's more to come.
It's almost
Can't
as
wait.
exciting as the UK Snooker Championship, which is going on right now.
How's that
Ah,
on
it
at
really?
the moment? Huh.
everybody's watching.
Chinny,
Cool.
Chinny, it's you. It's
Yeah,
you. What
are you watching the UK Snooker Championship?
No, am I? Heckers like.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why, who wouldn't be?
What do you
Totally-
think
totally
about?
watching it.
What do you think about Alexander Noschenberger?
I
Never
think
even heard of him.
sucks.
No, he's a kind of new Switzerland player. He beat Ronnie.
Yeah,
He beat Ronnie.
Bullshit.
Beat fucking
Yeah.
Ronnie.
Well, he got
but-
lucky with that
mm,
break.
Oh, do you know what though? Ronnie is very unpredictable.
Yeah,
isn't
he's
he?
hot
a
and
bit
cold. He's
totally inconsistent.
if what can we say about Ronnie that would make him go yeah I know what you mean.
Ronnie on his best day, no one can touch him. And on his
Yeah.
worst day, probably the 200th ranked player could beat him.
He's like one of these he's one of these sporting athletes that are so naturally gifted, but they're also insane. You know,
I like him already.
like it's just like you don't know what he's gonna do. This guy.
I mean, an example of a Ronnie O'Sullivan thing is, and I can't remember who he did it to. He started playing left-handed, didn't he? Just for the hell of it.
That was against. I don't know if it was Peter Ebdon, but he played left-handed, or it might be Nigel Bond actually. Because
I can't remember, but I remember him doing it.
For you, Duke, you know, compare it to pool, right? You pick whatever hand you put on your table.
Yes.
The opposite is what you are. Do you know what I mean? So I'm right-handed, so I put my left hand on the table, right? So in pool and snooker, usually a player just sticks to that, and when they can't reach, they use a rest, right? They use like a tool, an apparatus.
Or as they call it in the movie Everybody Wants Some, a bitch stick.
A bitch stick, yes, correct. So, that's normal. And then some players now and again will take a shot in their opposite hand, left-handed, whatever.
Yes.
Ronnie can play equally as good in both hands, which is ridiculous.
He's ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous. I'm ambidextrous. I can do fuck all with both.
Really?
Right.
Oh.
But he can play snooker.
I like that.
He's just super talented. But then some days he comes out and he's like, "Oh, shit, I'm quitting." You know, that's just the kind of guy.
Can't be arsed.
So yeah, but anyway, snooker's boring. So the game that I've been playing, and I won the wheel, by the way. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Is Well, it's funny that you should talk about that gaming loop, Eric.
Yeah.
Because I've kind of found my version of it.
Ooh, go on.
Now you ain't gonna like it.
How do you know? You don't know me.
So and this isn't the game, but me and Marsha have been playing a lot of Red Dead Online recently.
Ah.
And that's great. It's basic. It's cowboy fun. It's a little bit.
Didn't I hear they're about to release? Sorry, they're gonna release some version of it that's like £5.
Yes, apparently there's a new update coming for that.
Okay.
And that's all
I'll
good.
get that on PC.
Yeah, of course you will. And then we've been playing that. It's a lot of fun. We pretend that we're gay cowboys. It's all a good laugh, right?
Listen to the Brokeback Mountain soundtrack over and over again.
Correct. Sometimes we'll ride and go, hey,
Yeah.
my wife's been gone.
You're riding Marshy.
My wife's been gone a long time. I'm just saying is all. But
I
anyway,
wish I knew how to quit you.
What
a good movie.
I've never seen it, but anyway.
Oh, it's so good.
Yes, I've been playing that, and then when I don't really play those games or online that Red Dead Online when Marshy's not around. So I started playing it when he was not around. I was like, this is pretty good actually because random events pop up and stuff. But the problem with Red Dead Online is that the events don't pop up very often.
Yeah.
Right? And then I saw somebody saying, well, in GTA, it's not like GTA where they pop up all the time. And I was like, I haven't played GTA Online for a long
it's time you did.
time. So I started playing GTA Online.
Yeah.
And that game is almost unrecognizable at this point.
Sure.
So you go on, it still loads the same area that the same map and all that sort of stuff. But now, because we are 7 years down the line.
Yeah, that's how long I've had my Mac.
Yeah, 7 years. Oh my god, that is true. Your Mac is only 1 year older than GTA. Yeah, we've been. It's down the line. It's had so many updates, right? So many. It's got heists. It's got like a biker mission career or something. It's got the latest thing. It's got all these races, like ridiculous kind of races and stuff. But the latest thing was a casino.
Yeah.
And I love me a casino. I love me some poker and some blackjack and some roulette and all that sort of stuff.
I hear they have that in Red Dead too.
They do. They do have poker in Red Dead.
I should say that.
You should play that. It's a good game. So I've jumped into GTA and I tried the casino and I've tried. But the problem is when you jump into GTA Online and you haven't played it for a while, you get about 16 phone calls on your phone going, "Hey,
try this. Hey, try this.
Are we still on for that heist that we set up like 6 years ago?" And you're like, "Yeah, okay." So there's heists coming out your arse. You can buy businesses now.
That sounds very painful.
Yeah, it is. You can buy businesses and run businesses and you can wash money through your business.
Yeah.
You can go on different heists. You can be a biker. You can buy a bank that you can convert into basically a monster truck arena. It's ridiculous what you can do in this game. The problem
Does sound
is,
ridiculous.
when you play it on your own and you have an hour, you're like, I don't even know what to do.
I have no idea.
So
what I'm
then
doing.
what I end up doing is, the other thing as well is I haven't played my GTA character for ages, right? It's been a long, long time. And I made Tara. Tara was my GTA character. Right.
Interesting.
But when I got back into the game, and I bought quite a few fancy cars and things like that, when I got back into the game, all my cars were gone.
Oh no! Did you get robbed?
All my cars were
what
gone, and my character was a white woman in a cat suit.
What? Okay.
All right. And I was like, that's
Sounds like
interesting.
some Saints Row type ish.
Now,
So
my-
is there a reason this happened?
I don't know, but my niece, Keisha, she hasn't done it for a while. She hasn't been around for a while for obvious reasons, because the old lockdown thing. But sometimes, it's not very often, but sometimes when she comes around, she says, hey, can I play GTA? And she likes to go online, and she just likes to crash cars.
Sims.
Yeah, she just
Yeah.
likes to just drive around, crash cars, and shoot people. That's all she does. She's not bothered. She's 16 now, by the way.
Isn't that what most people do on GTA, to be fair?
Yeah. But at the time when she did it, she was like 14 or whatever. And I text her saying, what the hell have you done to my GTA garage? It's all empty. And she swears that she didn't. She says, no, all I did was steal cars. All right, But that's fine.
Well, cops didn't like it.
Well, yeah, so they've took
They
them all.
repoed all of them.
The other news is GTA now basically just gives you money for no reason.
Yeah.
I have, for no reason at all, 2 million in my bank. No explanation.
Sweet.
Just 2
Let me
million
have $1 million.
dropped in. I think they just give you $1 million just to be on there now. They just they want you to, because they make
Well,
a
you've
lot.
been a long-term supporter, and they hear you every week on the podcast, so they're like, "Yeah, give this guy some money."
Yeah, but they know that, like, when you spend the money and it's zero, you're going to buy that for real. So they know.
Well,
they know
yeah.
what they're doing.
It's true.
Yes. So I played the casino. There's a roulette. There's like a spin that wheel thing where you can win a car. You can spin it every day, and you might win the car. There's blackjack. There's those virtual horse racing things. There's one of those.
Okay.
And as you would imagine, it's all done to a crazy amount of detail in GTA.
Well, yeah.
And it's pretty cool. There's a random thing that popped up on GTA was a treasure hunt. So I got an email on my phone, and it says, go to this picture. And I was like, I know where that picture is. And then it doesn't matter because it highlights it yellow anyway. It's quite a big radius.
You thought you were being all slick in there. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, look at this.
Well, yeah, but it's quite a big radius, so you still have to figure it out. So you get there, and
Yeah.
you're like, where is it? And then you get a note saying, I've moved the fucking treasure, you fucking idiot. So then you have to go to 3 different spots, find the treasure. And then I found the treasure, and it was a gold gun from Red Dead 2.
Oh my goodness.
From Red
Oh,
Dead 2.
sweet.
Oh, pretty nice.
And then every half an hour, the game just goes, right, there is one of you is going to be is going to be it, basically. One of you is going to be on, and you're going to have to either survive or try and kill the person who's on, or there's going to be 6 packages scattered all over the place. You've all got to work together collectively to get them, or
A quest that you can do on a regular basis.
or
How
there's
cool is
there's
that?
there's 10 random NPCs that we're just going to mark on the map that are going to have bodyguards, and everybody on the map has to work together to kill them in a certain amount of time, and then you all get a reward. Do you know what I mean? So there's just like loads of just random shit going on all the time. You can buy garages, you can buy businesses, you can buy all the clothes and cars and all that sort of shit. You can buy apartments and things. So that loop, Duke, of like just going in, I know what I'm doing. And
Sure.
Red Dead Online has the same thing where me and Marshy are bounty hunters. You have to take a bounty hunter contract, and then you just do all these bounties in different areas. And they
Sure.
start to repeat themselves if you keep doing
Oh,
the
of
same one.
course.
But if you go to a different town, it changes. And then there's a ton, I didn't realise, but all these little dots on the map are fully cutscened, fully acted missions.
Wow.
I thought they were small little things that I never bothered looking at.
Yeah.
And then I went to one, I was like, oh my God, this is a full cutscene, right? And every
Sure.
one of them, there's loads of them all over the map. And then there's 2 story campaigns on the online stuff. It's all basic stuff, your character doesn't speak, it's not a fantastic
sure.
story, but it's enough.
Yeah, but still, it's custom. It's unique info.
Yeah.
And opportunities for
and then
exciting games.
a bounty hunter is just one career in Red Dead Online, and then there's
Yeah.
like 4 other ones. There's like you can be a moonshiner, you can be a naturist, you can be a hunter, loads of stuff. So I'm kind of I've fallen in love with these kind of this online world of I love GTA, I love Red Dead. They're one of my favorite games of
Yeah.
all time. And I'm like,
And they're doing their best to hook you and keep you hooked.
and because I had that crash with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where I'm like, why am
Yeah.
I playing this? I've got no reason. I've no desire to play it. I'm
Yeah.
only playing it just because of my pride. I was like, well, I've always said to myself, I love GTA Online. I don't know why I don't play it more. And it's
Sure.
the same.
And now
loop-
you are.
It's the same loop that you're thinking about, Duke. You know that
Yeah.
loop of like, I just know where I am. I know this world. And the thing is, I don't know it that well. Like it's been 7 years since I played GTA, so
But you know it's a Rockstar world.
I know
and
it's
you
a
how those
Rockstar world.
function.
That's
Yeah.
comfortable to me, but also,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know it that well. It's been 7 years ago, and I didn't explore. I played the game, I finished it. That was it, and I didn't. It's not like I know every nook and cranny of GTA.
Yeah.
So I'm. Sometimes I drive around. I'm like, I don't even. I must have been here before, but I don't remember this street. I don't remember what this was.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. That's what I've been doing. GTA Online and Red Dead Online.
Very good. It sounds. I mean, it's not my cup of tea,
It's not.
but I know you kind of love it, don't you? So you kind of go to.
But it's good. It's good to when me and Marsh play. It's good because it's easy. Actually, Red Dead Online doesn't take that long to load. Like GTA famously takes a long time to load, and it still does.
Yeah.
But Red Dead Online actually loads pretty quick.
Cool.
And it's just a good social space. Do you know what I mean? It's like a good. Me and Marsh catch up. We have a chat. We have a laugh, and then we carry on. And you know, especially in times where you can't do anything these days, it's a nice.
This is true.
It's just an
This is true.
easygoing game. It's an easygoing game. It's fun, and when you get bored, you can just lasso each other and try and put each other on the horse. You know.
There you go. Very good. I guess it's me.
It's you.
I guess it is.
Well, I'm going to talk about a game that isn't even a game.
What's
Kind
that?
of.
Well, isn't that what GTA is online? It's a platform.
No, it's still a game. It's still
I
being
know.
gamed.
What is it? Go ahead.
Gaming stuff.
Google Maps.
No, I've played a experience. I don't even know what to call this.
God.
Just tell us what it is.
It's
This
in
build-up is
VR.
not
It's
filling
in
me with
VR.
confidence.
I bought this in the Steam sale for £7, or was it Humble Bundle? It might have been Humble Store.
Right?
It was £7. It was nice and cheap. It's called The Invisible Hours.
Okay.
It's kind of a interactive Agatha Christie. Is probably the
Is it
best way-
based on that movie with Nicole Kidman? Hey-oh!
No, it is not. But what it is a murder mystery.
So is this
Okay.
essentially a movie? Do you?
Yes and no. You're basically observing, but it all plays out in real time,
Yeah.
and you can only follow one character at a time. So everything's happening all at the same time, but to find out what's happened, you have to follow all the different characters to see what they were up to.
So
It's just like Omaha or Sedona. What was it called? Tacoma.
So let me get this straight. Is everything happens at once and then you
Yes.
replay? So it's
Yes.
like that episode of The Simpsons, Duke, where with the robot and like Lisa's morning and Homer's
sure.
morning and Marge's morning.
Uh-huh.
I see.
Yeah, totally.
It's very clever. It is very clever.
Simpson did it
Uh,
first, but yeah, it's clever.
Well,
It's
yeah.
very clever. The only interaction you can do is you can pick stuff up and look at it. So there are sort of notes and things around that give you clues as to what's going on. But other than that, you're literally just observing everybody. So you're following people around to see what they were up to when everything went down. There's like 4 chapters.
When the
It-
shit goes down,
Yeah,
you
when the
better
shit
be
went down.
ready.
It takes about an hour per playthrough. So
My goodness.
each sort of run through everything that happens takes about an hour. You can switch characters at any time during your playthrough, but
Yeah.
then you miss what they were up to while you're following someone else. So it's kind of an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Great twists. I must admit, when I found out what had actually gone on, I was like, didn't see that coming. The other interesting thing is they're all famous people. So it's like Thomas Edison, all
Ooh,
like
okay.
all famous inventors, and I can't remember who else, but they're all famous people.
Yeah.
And the guy you follow
Hitler? Is Hitler in it?
No, Hitler's not in it.
Because he's famous.
But the guy at the beginning is like a disgraced detective.
Hitler was a disgraced detective.
No, he was not.
Batman's
No.
a scientist.
No, he isn't. So yeah,
What?
so he obviously it all kicks off when he arrives at the island, and Thomas Edison, who owns the island, has invited everybody there.
Okay.
So it's sort of the kind of it's an interesting concept, shall we say? And it works really well. The voice acting and the dialogue are just really well done. Everyone's really fleshed out. All the characters, they're very individual and very well rounded. Great mannerisms. I mean, graphically, it's not the best looking game in the world, but in VR, it does look pretty cool.
There isn't any weird twist, is there? Where like the person who you're controlling was there all along or something.
You never. No. You don't control anybody.
Yeah. It
So
makes
you're
it makes it
literally-
look like you're the director or the cameraman.
You
doesn't it?
are. You're the camera. Basically, you're the camera.
Hmm.
So you basically just follow people around. It's quite.
Makes you
the
think
control room-
what they could make a game where you basically direct it. Do you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
and tell the actor to do stuff and in a certain way. It'd be
That would be
interesting.
cool. That would be cool. But yeah, this is. I guess if there was a movie like this, in VR, this is how it would work. I suppose.
Is it? Let me ask you this:
Yep.
should they have bothered?
Yes, I really liked it.
To me, it looks like watching a movie with putting work in.
No, well, no, not really. I think what's cool about it is, and it is quite cool. I could have found out what had happened in my very first playthrough had I followed the right character straight away.
Yeah.
But it does a really good job of like directing you not to follow the character you need to follow.
But this looks like basically a Half-Life 2 cutscene where everybody's ignoring you.
Yeah, obviously no one acknowledges your presence.
Yeah, I
because
know.
you just
That's what I mean.
stand
I
there.
get that. I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that. I know you're
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
being, but that's all you're watching is a cutscene in
Yeah,
first
it's-
person.
Well, it's not. It is like literally watching a movie in first person.
I know that seems like work.
It's not. It isn't.
I
though,
would
because
rather just watch it.
What's cool? What's really cool is it takes some of the work out because if you click on an individual character, you don't. Apart from watching it unfold, you don't have to do anything because the camera will move with the character like a movie would.
Hmm.
So you get all the different camera angles and stuff for each scene.
Yeah.
It's just cool. I must admit, the concept's great. The story's really well done. I didn't see the twist when it came. It's a very clever experience, and it was £7. It wasn't a huge amount of money, and to probably get to the ending or see everything within the game, you'd probably take you about 4 playthroughs, so probably about 4 hours, I guess.
It reminds me of Knives Out,
It is like that. That's exactly what it's like. It's very Agatha Christie.
which by the way is
It's great.
one
film.
hell of a fucking movie.
It
Don't
is a
know that.
brilliant
I,
movie.
I know when I like a movie when
It
I
is a
can't
great movie,
when I
yeah.
can't stop thinking about the movie. I know I love it.
I think, Chinny, if you like Knives Out, you would definitely enjoy this.
I tell you what, right? I'm gonna click on Steam now. A, so I can check that Duke's not playing Steam, which I know he is, and B,
And if I'm not, what are you gonna pay
And
me?
you have got a wire, haven't you now, for your VR?
I am playing it in VR. That's fucking dumb. Right, so
No, you can. I think you can only play it in VR as far as.
well,
I know.
this
Maybe-
guy's
that's
not playing
VR,
it in
Chinny.
VR.
Oh, maybe you can play it in normal then.
This whoever's playing this is
Are
not
you
in
sure
VR.
he's not?
No, he's just controlling it like a normal game. You can tell.
Alright. Yeah. I guess.
Okay.
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 And then I'll buy it, and then
Okay.
I'll shut you up.
Okay.
I'll shut you
Okay.
right up.
Okay. It is cool in VR though. It is very cool because
Yeah.
you're just in this massive house. You can go anywhere you like, so you can. And what's cool is the directional voices are great. So there's like you can hear someone in the adjacent room like muffled,
Yeah.
but you can catch a word every now and again what they're saying, and then you might wander through to see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It is cool, and then there's a lot of revelations as you go through the game.
Yeah, Gavlar just said in the chat, I bet you're a ghost.
No, I must admit,
That's what I thought.
I did think that, but you're literally just the camera.
Because that
So
would
you
be
are just the
crap.
camera. Watch it. No,
If
you're
he was
not.
like, "Oh, you're the ghost that they were talking about." Oh no!
No,
It's
you're
amazing.
not.
It's so funny,
You're
isn't it?
You're not the ghost. You are literally just the camera. So there isn't any weird stuff like that.
I've just looked at it on Steam. It says this game has been nominated for an award.
It's a good game. It is. Well, not a game. It's not really a game. It's a.
You said how much did you fucking say this was?
It was £7 in the sale. Oh no, it's on Humble. No, Humble Store. It is Humble Bundle.
It's fucking £10.
No, have a look on Humble Store.
I'm not fucking made of money like you.
It's £7 on Humble.
What the fuck's Humble?
Humble Bundle.
I've never been on Humble Bundle. I don't know.
Get out of town. You've got a PC and you've never been on Humble Bundle.
I've never been on Humble Bundle. Is it Steam games?
Just go on.
Are they
Humble
Steam
Store.
games? I've never been on there.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Veteran Gamers Podcast, where we figure out how to buy stuff.
Just go on Humble and search Invisible Hours and you'll find it.
God, so much work.
They might have finished the sale actually.
No,
so-
75% discount.
There you go.
£7.49. Now I've got to make an account and all this shit.
I can't believe you've never bought anything off Humble. That is just the
I never
weirdest-
played my games on the PC. The PC
No,
gaming's
true.
dead.
It's dumb. PC gamer's dumb. But yeah, here's the thing though. If you've got
What's the
if you
thing?
have got, here's the thing. If you've got VR, you should definitely play this in VR.
But then
to
I have to.
just
I
separate
have to connect a lead and oh god.
Oh no, it's so complicated.
It is.
It's terribly complicated, and you'd have to, I don't know, sign into Oculus on your PC and download the app for that. Oh jeez. It is good in VR though, because it is cool just following people around in VR.
Do you teleport or do you walk?
No, there's two ways. You can teleport,
Yeah.
or you can just click on a character, and it, like I said, it will just automatically follow them around, so you don't have to do any work even.
I tell you what, Stu.
Tell me what.
This is what I'm
Ginny.
going to do for you, right?
Go
All
on.
right, because I
Go
like
on.
your face, mate. Yeah, because I like your
Yeah,
face. Yeah.
yeah,
I'll tell you what
yeah,
I'm going to do.
yeah,
I'll tell you what
yeah,
I'm going to do.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
You had
yeah.
me on the game, right?
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
I like Knives Out, and I like you. You're a nice guy, right? So what I'm going to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
is I'm going to fucking play this fucking game, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to play in fucking VR. All right? I'm going to do it.
Do it.
I'm
do
going to
it.
commit to it, mate, because I fucking like you. All right? But I'll tell you what, Stu, if I don't fucking like this game, you're going to fucking have it, son. You understand?
Okay.
All right, I'll do it.
Do it.
I'll do it.
But you should definitely.
The
do
Invisible
it. Do
Hours,
it.
everybody.
The Invisible Hours. Play it.
What's your
It's
review
well
noise
worth-
for The Invisible Hours?
Okay, here's my review noise, right? Okay, and this includes the ending, so it's a bit of a spoiler with the
Oh,
noise.
okay. So an Agatha Christie VR, you just follow the story game. Review noise, go.
Here we go. Oh.
It's like a
There we
carry-on film, isn't it?
It is. It is. Very much so. Very much so.
What are you doing there? Just trimming my bush. Oh. Right. Okay. Shut up then, Stu. Let's spin the wheel.
Okay.
Let's do the
Done.
wheel. Let's do the wheel. Wheel.
Now, for the record, Chinny, since you besmirched my honor, was I playing something on Steam?
No, you wasn't actually.
All right,
Oh,
then. Why don't you
well,
shut up?
No. You was appearing offline to me.
No, I'm not.
Showing us offline. Was that what
I'm
you
not offline. What are you talking about? I'm online.
Well, you assume, Duke, that I know how to use Steam very well. So,
said?
Okay.
He's
Oh.
just said he doesn't play PC games.
honestly, I go on there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's changed now? I don't know. Duke, you're up.
Yeah. So part 2 of the quest.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry.
Here we go.
It's not going to last too long.
Drop in, people.
When I finished with Guild Wars 2, I said to myself, okay, what can I try? What else is option? Well, Elder Scrolls, because I could go back to Skyrim, but then I'm like, I don't know. Skyrim is a different beast. Maybe I haven't played Elder Scrolls Online in a while. I bought it a long time ago. I haven't played it in a while. Let's go back to that. And here's the thing. Elder Scrolls Online has quests, but not great combat. Guild Wars 2 has good combat, but no quests.
Oh no.
So I played a little Elder Scrolls Online. I was doing some of the missions, and like, it's not terrible. It's a decent game, but the
You know what?
combat
That is the worst review ever. It's not terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's true though, because it's just like I don't know.
It's not what you want
The
to hear
world is
after a
becoming-
sexual encounter, is it? You know, how
Yeah,
was it? How was
wasn't
it?
terrible.
It wasn't terrible.
Terrible.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Could do
Uh,
better.
Yeah. So anyway, it was you know, a little bit of fun. I did some of the quests. I got killed a lot, but it doesn't really matter in this game. So I was like, whatever, that's fine. And you know, I reached a certain point where I was just like, I don't know. I was doing one quest, and then I kept finding, you know how it is with Bethesda. You're on one quest, and you find 20 other quests
Yeah.
along the way.
Yeah.
So, and it is like that here.
It
and
do be
you
like
know,
that.
it do be like that.
Hmm.
But it just got to a point where it was like, okay, there are these druids, and they're like, help us cleanse this tree of the evil spirit. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, first set up these portal stones in all these different houses. And I'm like, ah. So I went and set those up, and they were like, okay, now we're gonna get ready for the ritual to cleanse the tree. I'm like, sweet, this is finally almost over. And they're like, but first we need these rocks. And I'm like, ah, god damn it. So eventually I was like, this is just boring. These are quests, but they're boring quests, and the combat's weak. That was the other thing. So then I thought, you know what? If I'm really trying to recapture the feel of what it was like back in the day when I used to play games online, role-playing games, let me go back to the originals. So that's right. I went back
Oh,
into the mud. Yeah,
A mud.
those
So
who
just
don't
to
know-
explain what a mud is.
right. A mud is a multi-user dimension, and it's the original MMOs. It's
Yeah.
all text. The originals didn't even have color. Now they do have color. I went back to one called Achaea, which is much more in depth, and then I switched back to Ardwolf. Ardwolf is the #1 mud on the internet right now. And when people look at this, I'm sure that when y'all looked at this, you thought, what the fuck is wrong with you, Duke? What are you doing?
Just to let you know, when I put the preview up on the video for the live stream, I had a bucket next to me just to throw up into.
Do you know what I love about Duke when he goes, now they're in colour. The text is in colour, and
The
there's a
text is
bit
in
of a
colour.
map in colour.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
this is not an advancing
Let-
graphics, is it? Let's
Oh
be
no,
honest.
there's no graphics.
Can I just explain what I'm
Yeah.
seeing for the viewers? 'Cause
Sure.
me, who has no idea about muds, I've never played one. I've heard of them, but I don't
Yeah.
know what they are.
Yeah.
So I'm looking now at a screen, and the top bar is a bar that you would see in Word. It's got a thing which I assume is a new
Yeah.
document. Open
yeah. File,
a
edit.
floppy disk icon that no one knows what it is, but
Yeah,
it's for saving for some reason.
It's for saving. Yeah, exactly.
And the screen, the main bulk of the screen, is a black background with coloured text.
Yeah.
For the British listeners, it looks like teletext, right?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Um,
And that's because
CFAX.
that was designed to be played on very rudimentary systems.
Yes,
but
like-
you know, this
like
is
teletext.
1970s, 1980s. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they've grown and evolved so that there is now a graphical user interface where you have like, you know, health bar at the bottom of the screen.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
the main point of the game is just interacting with the world through text. So if anybody ever played Zork back in the day, right, or The Hitchhiker's Guide, the first video game,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, you walk into a house, it's decrepit, there's a rope on the floor, and you type get rope, and then it says, I don't see a rope here. You're like, God damn it, you just told me there's a fucking rope.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more sophisticated than that because they've built an entire, not just world, but they've built like a galaxy, a fantasy, you know, multi-dimensional universe for you to play in.
Yeah,
And
I
there's a
mean,
lot of these.
Can I just say, Duke? Can I just
Yes.
say, I am actually quite a fan of text adventure games.
Well, then
weirdly.
you might actually enjoy playing
Well,
this MUT.
I don't know. I don't know whether I would. It looks too complicated for my liking.
It's kind of complicated, but here's the thing. Like, and I played this a long time ago, so I wasn't totally new to it coming back. There were a lot of things that I recognized when I came back to it, but like, it's designed to be very user friendly. And so when you start, it says, "Welcome to the main town square. Go this way to enroll in the academy," and it takes you through step by step everything you need to know. Now, that said, there's a lot of reading. Chinny would not like this at all.
No.
But it is also, and there's a lot of loot management. So
But
like,
can I ask you this, Stu? If I was to type
Yeah.
in "kill myself," would that work?
I don't know if you can commit suicide or not.
Well, I'd certainly try.
But the thing is that like, here's the other. This is the super nerdy part of it. There's no sound.
Wow.
it's all just text.
Wow.
It does have different colors. Like when you enter combat, it'll turn, some of the screen turn, the text turns red and this and that. But you can, because of the advancements in technology, you can assign sounds to what are called triggers, which are lines of text that come to you. So whenever it
Fucking hell.
says you've been damaged by a monster, you can I've attached a sound
Oh
effect that
my
goes,
God.
so every time the monster attacks me, every time I
Brilliant.
attack the monster, it goes, so the Duchess will come downstairs and
Jesus
she'll.
Wow.
It's
I don't
ridiculous.
even know what to say. Oh, Jesus.
But again,
Christ.
it's like I've customized it, and here's the thing: the world, and that nerdy stuff aside, the world is huge. There's not just quests. There's like auto quests, which the game gives you, which is basically go to this area and find this monster and kill it. Just like you were saying, Chinny, about Red Dead Redemption is a bounty, right? You go find this person, kill him.
Yeah.
It's also got campaigns, which are basically like 10 different monsters. You got to go all over the worlds and kill them. And then there are these area goals. Now, here's the thing about area goals. But before I say that, Stu, it sounded like you wanted to say something here about this.
I was going to ask, had you
Yeah.
played A Dark Room,
I don't think so.
which came out, it's probably a few years back now, but it's like
Yeah.
a modern day text adventure game, which was really good.
Right. I mean, there are a whole bunch of text adventure games. Like Depression Quest is basically a text adventure game, but it's very simplistic. But yeah, there is a lot of potential in these. And here's the thing: when I'm playing this game, it activates a part of my mind that other role-playing games don't. Because role-playing games in general, you're watching the action happen on the screen. But in this game, you're kind of, in the same way that reading a novel is different from watching a movie. You're building the story in your mind a little bit when you're playing a MUD compared to Guild Wars 2 or whatever. So that appeals to me. The last thing I'll say about this, and I know that a lot of people don't care and it's ridiculous and whatever, but here's the thing. They have these area goals, which are basically like quests for each area. Not every area has them, but a lot of them do. So one of the areas that I went to recently is called Child's Play. And it's basically you're in a backyard, there's a princess castle over here, there's a Wild West area over here, there's the sandbox over here, and there's all this stuff that you would find in a kid's backyard or whatever, right? And there's some evil person ruling over it all, and you have to basically figure out where the person is and then defeat them.
Okay.
But it's in the same way as Zork would drive you crazy because you're writing get rope and they're like, there's no rope here. You're like, motherfucker, you just told me there's a rope. This game is like, I can tell you who's running this world, but you need to bring me a green gem. And I'm like, oh, Christ. And then you have to go find out where the green gem is. And you get the green gem and you go back to the person and it's like, hand green gem to the wizard. And it goes, you hand the green gem to the wizard. And then it just sits there. And you're like, come on, move to the next part of the thing. And then it's like, what am I supposed to do? And eventually through trial and error, you realize what you're supposed to do is say, I have found the green gem. So someone told me,
Jesus.
I know. And I was like,
Oh
you
my
gotta be
God.
kidding me. Right. So I did that and I came back and I was like, I have your gem. And it just sat there. I'm like, I have your gem. I wrote it in all caps. I have your fucking gem. And I'm like, what's wrong with this? And the person wrote, oh, you have to say green gem. I'm like, God damn it, mother. Because it's a syntax guessing game at that point.
Yeah.
Because the person who made it,
See, that's bad design, sure.
it is bad design, but it's all done by volunteers. So, you get what you pay for in a way. But that's the thing is that when you do complete these area goals, it's satisfying as hell because you're like, yes, I did it. I brought peace to the Child's Play backyard area. What?
Yeah,
So
well,
I'm
I mean,
getting what I looked
a,
for.
a similar thing happened to me because I was going through McDonald's drive-through, all right, and I said my order, and they
Yeah.
didn't say is there anything else you'd like to add on your order? Is that everything? So I just sat in my car for 4 hours until I was escorted
that's
out.
terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's ridiculous, it's nerdy, but it's giving me exactly what I want. I put on the Enigma.
What
first
do you
album,
want?
MCMC.
An annoying
Yeah,
game
what
where you have
do
to
you
guess
want?
the
What do you
fucking. What is that?
No,
What are you on?
Whoa,
It's
Chinny,
finishing.
Chinny.
It's finishing quests. It's soothing. I don't
It's
get all
not,
stressed out.
though. It's
Loot
just
management.
reading stuff.
Chinny. The reward is like guessing the totally random phrase you've got to find.
It's not random.
no
It's just
rewarding.
I
It's so
gotta write
rewarding to
down
guess that random
green
phrase.
gem.
You
Yeah.
know, if
Here's the other thing.
if s-
Here's the other thing. Go ahead. Chinny,
if
go ahead.
somebody dared me to play this game, if somebody had the audacity to say, "Hey, Chinny, you know, it'll be a good game for you to play on your 24-hour stream,"
Yeah,
for
you should do that. That would be hilarious.
I would probably last 5 minutes before this is off.
This would get you money on.
Yeah, well, people watching you play
Extra
something
lives.
like this.
Yeah, because you would be so mad, you'd be screaming and cursing, and they'd be like, you
They'd
can
be
stop
paying
when you
me to
reach
stop
$100.
playing it. They'd
Yeah,
be like,
exactly.
"Please,
Right,
just
right,
play
right.
GTA
Well,
and shoot people."
you would say, yeah, when I reach $3,000 or 3,000 pounds, then I'll stop playing.
I don't
Come
think.
on, donate, people.
I don't think they'll just switch. They'll just close the tab. It's not that hard to get around that problem.
The last thing I'll say about it is that like it is what I was looking for because it's kind of soothing. And here's the other thing, it's social. There are a lot
What?
of people on this game. I know. It
Wait a
doesn't
minute,
seem
whoa.
like it would.
Whoa. So
Yes?
you're telling me when you're playing this, you're playing with other people?
There's
inside?
hundreds of other people in this game.
Oh
How
my
does
God.
that work?
They're all on their computers looking at the same sort of thing I am. And there's clans. So the clan I just
what
joined is
the
called Boot,
fuck?
it's called Boot Camp Clan.
I feel like
And
these people are in like some sort of weird time warp.
exactly.
What is going
here's the
on?
thing.
1982.
When I play Rocket League, one of my favorite things, as you know, Chinny, is to talk to other people. I try to be friendly, but if they're going to be sour children, I will hit them back. Right? You know
Yes,
this.
I've heard you.
But I
yes.
prefer to be friendly. And so in this game, because it's mostly PvE, there is a PvP section, but I don't go near it. Everybody's just like, hey, try this, and what's going on with this, and how do I do that? And they're all so friendly.
I would love to meet the person who's playing this, going, "Fuck you, you fucking dick! I hate you. Your mom's a slut." Who's doing?
That's the thing. They don't last very long on this
No,
game.
no,
It's
I imagine
really
not, no.
gonna. And besides, somebody like that is gonna be,
Oh.
trolling on Fortnite. Like
Yeah.
they're griefing on
Rocket
Minecraft.
League, yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Do you know what, Duke? Right. Having listened to you describe this game, I'm like, no, do you know what? I'm never going to play. But, right, I'm watching the dude who's playing here micro adjusting all these little windows, and I'm thinking, maybe it is the game for me because I love micro adjusting stuff by millimeters to make it look slightly bigger.
Well, that part
What?
is silly. I don't
Well,
know.
there's
Here's
a
what I
very
have to do, though.
easy penis joke there, Stu.
Yeah,
I
ew.
know,
But here's the last thing I'll say. I
micro
swear, this is
move
the last
stuff.
thing I really want to say. He's got the two main windows on the left and then the four little or smaller windows on the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of them's for grouping. I don't group at all. And one of them is for his stats. I can find my stats easily. I don't need to have that as a constant window.
I want it
and,
on my screen in a little window.
and meanwhile, the text on the left is tiny. So I'm like, I need that to be bigger, man. I suck. I can't see that. So what I did was I moved two of those windows out of the way, and then I made the main window bigger so I could have bigger text. My ancient eyes.
You see, Duke
Yeah.
micro manages his windows as
Yes,
well.
I did.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So that's Aardwolf. Big
Kill me.
thumbs up.
Kill
I'm
me
having
now.
a lot of fun with it. Yes.
I'm
The end.
I'm just looking in my
Wow.
pencil
Wow.
pot for something
I
to
got
stab
one
myself.
recently.
I know. Just stick it in your neck.
Yeah, exactly.
See you later, world.
Yeah.
Well,
help me.
Well, if you're enjoying it, dude, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
happy.
and I am very much enjoying it.
Yeah, yeah.
Good stuff.
wow.
Let's stop talking about
Wow.
that shit
Wow.
immediately.
Wow, fuckity wow. That's all I can
Wow,
say.
wow, wow. All right. Okay. Let's spin the bloody
okay.
wheel. Let's get away.
Spin
from
that wheel quick.
Please say you've been playing a game with graphics in it. Right, oh, it's me. It's me. Right, okay.
Go.
Let's talk Poker VR, Stu.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Poker VR.
Poker
Ooh,
VR.
Poker
We every
It's
Wednesday.
getting regular. It's getting regular, and I'm ready
Wednesdays
again. I'm ready again.
becomes poker night, right? So
Poker night.
if you've got a quest, I text IP. He says I sold my quest.
No,
I
what a shame.
know, I know. So now I've disowned him. No, so he couldn't join us. My brother said he'll try and join it. He was tired last week, but yeah, but the thing is, we were playing with Step J and Peds.
Yep.
Who we know, and then all of a sudden we were on a table of 8 people that Step J and Peds knew, friends
Yep.
of friends of friends. So basically, everybody knew somebody in real life on this table, right? So we are sitting now on a table where everybody knows somebody, and it just became like bizarre, didn't it? Because it's just a real, it's a real take. Like you're just chilling with people that all have British accents that you can kind of like talk to normally. You know, not Americans or people being weird or throwing lightsabers at your face. And one couple that was in there was actually a couple in real life, actually sitting in the same room,
which was a bit weird.
I mean, hey, you know, if that's how you want to spend your marriage, you go for it. But I wouldn't be buying Tara a quest. She wouldn't be playing poker with me. No. But anyway, so that it was good, but it was a good night, wasn't it, Stu?
We had a lot of fun. There is some technical issues though that I've got to talk about.
It's not the most technically sound game, is it?
No, the amount of time, and I do think it's as the servers get busier, there's issues because around midnight, for whatever reason, every week it's been a bit of a mess. Like getting kicked out, people half disappearing and becoming invisible, just weird stuff happening.
Weird stuff, yeah.
And this week, I got kicked out, and then I couldn't get back in it. I couldn't even get the game to start.
When I got kicked out, it took me. I was stuck on the loading screen forever, but eventually I got in.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. So it wasn't just me. It's nothing to I did wonder if it was to do with my quest or.
No, I don't think so.
I did manage to spill 2 beers, which probably isn't the best idea.
I heard somebody spill a bong.
I spilled 2 beers. I managed to knock one over on the table, and I was like, shit.
So when and even before we went on that table of 8, we had a good table. We had some very nice people in there. I met somebody in the lobby, right? So I go into the lobby, and I hear this. I go, what the fuck, how the fuck do you? The fuck is this, man? Chin chinny? Right, that's what I hear, right? And I go, hello, like that. And he goes, excuse me, man, how the fuck do I find a table? What the fuck, right? I was like, well, you did, and he was like, now how do I? Oh, what was it? Oh, how do I like walk or something like that or whatever? I was like, and I sorted it out for him, and he was like, Chinny, thank you so much, man. I was struggling with that, man. I have no idea what I'm doing here, you know. And I was like, that's fine. And he's like, hey, do you want to join a table? Should we join it? Should we buddy up? I was like, oh, I'm meeting a friend on a table. You are welcome to join us, right? And he did, didn't he?
He did. Yeah,
His name was John, and he joined us. And he was from New York or New Jersey, I think.
Nice.
And we had somebody from London. His name was Pardeep. And then I said to Pardeep, oh, what do you do? And he says, you know, I'm a what the hell was that? That was weird. Something weird happened.
Yeah, there was a weird noise. Is Duke still there? Yeah, he's still there. Oh, he's not still there.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Chinny?
I can hear you.
Yeah, it's Duke we can't hear anymore, can we?
No.
It's a bit weird. Anyway,
but I can see him talking on the Discord.
Yeah, I can see him talking, but I can't hear him.
I'm here.
He's there.
Oh, he's
sorry.
Right. Okay. No problem. These things happen. So, we're you know, and then what I said to this guy, Pardeep, was, oh, what do you do? He's like, oh, marketing manager, but he runs a YouTube channel in his spare time. I said, oh, you got to tell me what the YouTube channel is. And he had 11,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. Found out what he was, and we had a good chat with him. And you just meet people all over the place. So when an American comes in, right? I asked the first thing we asked them. I say, hey, I always say to them, hey, how you doing? So a lot of people don't speak, or they might not be English talk. These are their first language. When their American comes in, hey, I ask them where they're from, and then I say, we have a question that we ask all Americans. Do you have a gun in your house? All right.
You know what? You're not wrong to ask that.
All right, and most of them, I think only one have said no.
Yeah.
Most of them say yes. Some say I've got 2. Some actually cocked his gun.
Wow.
It's like, here it is. Like that, right?
Click. Yeah.
And one guy said he had 20.
We've had 2. 2 guys say they have 20.
So, America. And then, but generally, everybody's getting on.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting on playing poker. It's all good fun. So
We had a guy who was what did he call it? The ones who get prepared just in case there's the apocalypse.
he's just said like, hey, you know, I've got
He's got a stash of food.
I've got a bit of a bunker
cellar.
situation going on,
Yeah,
just in
all
case,
set up.
because he was like genuinely concerned
When the
about
Civil
a
War
civil war.
starts.
Yeah. Which I suppose if I was American, I can forgive them for thinking that because they've had one, and you know, I've been watching Ozark recently, and
Good.
it's a good show, right? But
It's a good
when
show.
you know, in England, there are some remote places, but you're never that far away from stuff, are you? Really, like
No.
unless you go to Cumbria or Scotland, or you know,
Well, unless you go to sort of like the Outer Hebrides or something.
yeah. But you've got to go far. There aren't many areas like that, right? Where you're just absolutely in the middle of nowhere, no one's around. England's pretty congested as a place, you know. Of course, when you go to Devon, there's fields and national parks and all that stuff, but it's all pretty locked down. In America, there's just so much land, right, that you think, yeah, you could probably kill somebody there and get away with it. You know what I mean? You could, I could probably kill this guy, and no one's gonna find this guy for like weeks, right, in the middle of nowhere if you get them there. So I'm not for guns or anything, but I'm like,
I know. Yeah, it's a weird train of thought.
I'm not for. I don't support guns or anything like that, but I can kind of see why they like it's, you know, they feel threatened, right? They feel, you know, and if you live in the sticks like you do in Ozark, you've just got a gun. It's just part of who you are. Your whole nation was built on having a gun and fighting, picking it up and joining in the old war and that. So God bless them.
The old war, get on there. The old war.
God
Who knew?
bless them.
Wow.
But anyway, you know, we've been playing a lot of poker. I had a good run
It's
last
good.
Wednesday. I had a good
Really
run.
good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not. I'll be honest with you. I've not really won a lot, but I've not really lost a lot either.
No.
So I've not. I'm sort of breaking even, I guess. But I've still got like, I don't know, 270,000 in my bank.
So let's talk about you had a big win on the spin, because in the
On the
lobby there's a
spin of the
big
wheel.
spin.
It was the first time I'd spun the wheel as well. That was the first spin of the wheel.
Yeah, that makes me suspicious. Like the game knew.
And I got 250,000.
Yeah, because usually you get like 9,000, 13,000 on that thing.
Yeah.
And you just came into the town going, I just got $250,000 on that. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, suited me. Suited.
So-
I'm set up for the next 6 months. I'm guessing.
So let's talk items. You know, on the game you can buy
Yep.
funny items.
Yep.
You can buy like guns or fireworks or fidget spinners or all sorts of shit. Do you buy much stuff?
No,
Stu?
I haven't got much. I haven't got much money to like the fake money that you have to spend to buy
So
that.
the way
shit.
you
The
get
only
it is every minute you play Poker VR, you get a point.
Yeah, well, I've played a bit.
Or you can just fess up the cash.
Yeah, I am fessing no cash up.
I know you. I know.
I did buy a vape this week just
Yeah.
for something different. So I had a new vape.
Got a vape.
But it's weird because you do treat it like a physical object. You're like taking it out of your mouth, puffing out, putting it back in again.
But it creates an atmosphere, doesn't it? You
Yeah,
get
it does. It is
your
very,
cigarette
very
in your
weird.
mouth and you're chilling.
It's very odd.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is very odd. But no, I'm enjoying it. I must admit, I think from a social getting out but not going out thing, it's kind of cool. I just wish it was more stable.
Yeah,
Is
it's
the
not
only
very
thing.
stable. So
It isn't very stable.
if you fancy joining us on Poker VR, if you've got a Quest or
Yeah,
any VR
or
device,
a Rift or whatever.
anything, let us know.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. It is.
It is a lot of fun. And like you said earlier, most of the people you meet on this are reasonably nice
I
people.
won't go that far.
Apart from-
I won't go.
Well, apart from the idiot kids, it's the kids
yeah,
that are the
it's
problem.
the kids. Yeah. Even though
No,
you're supposed to
no,
be 18 and over to play this game.
Yeah, they're just a nightmare.
Stu, you are up. What have you been playing, Stu?
Right, I'm going to talk about a game
Oh,
that I
that's
started.
a good job.
Oh yeah, that I started probably about 12 to 18 months ago. It's a long time ago.
Oh,
But
I know
thought,
what this
you
is.
know what? You know what? And when I looked, I'd still only played just under 2 hours of it. And I'm like, do you know what? I actually like this game when I play it, but for whatever reason, I keep not playing it.
That's like GTA Online.
I know. So I thought, do you know what? I need to finish this because, well, I need to start it
You
really.
need to get
'cause I'm
into it. You
barely
need to
started.
get your hands dirty with it.
I need to get stuck into it because I do like this game and I want to finish it, which is Judgment.
Judgment. So remind us what Judgment is.
So Judgment is basically set in the Yakuza city, so Kamurocho or Kamurochi, whatever it's called, I don't know. And you play a bit of a disgraced defense lawyer who's become a private detective.
So this is a spin-off from the Yakuza
is.
games, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So it's same setting, all brand new characters. None of these so far have been featured in the Yakuza series that I've seen.
And what I know about Judgment is that it was good, but it didn't blow people's nipples off.
No. It's a very cool spin, if you will. And some of the stuff's a bit tedious. So you have like this follow mechanic where you have to sneak and follow someone, which are always a bit crap.
Yes.
But it looks great. The story I'm enjoying. I mean, what a lot of people said about it was the actual gamey part of it's a bit crap, but the story's really good.
So what's the gamey part? Just following people?
Just following, kicking the shit out of people. So you do a lot of shit kicking.
Yeah.
Like you do in all of these games. What is that noise? What is going
I don't
on?
know what's going on with the noises.
Jude, what are you doing?
Oh, he's gone.
Okay,
I don't
is
know.
it gone
It's
again?
fine. It's fine. I'm sure he'll figure it out. Carry on, Stu.
Wow, no idea what he's doing. Yeah, so there's a lot of like shit kicking, a lot of random encounters like you always get in these sorts of games. They're like the Yakuza 6, so it's on that engine. So when you do get one, it doesn't take you out of the game, which it used to do in earlier iterations of Yakuza. You would be completely removed from the game to have a fight, and then you'd have a loading screen to get back into the game. That's all now gone. And the story's cool. It's basically a Yakuza has been murdered from a certain clan. Another Yakuza dude has been accused of committing the murder, and you've got to try and prove his innocence. So you've been hired to defend him, if you will, to find the evidence as to whether he did or didn't do it.
Yeah.
And then there's loads of little threads, and you follow the story. You have to follow different characters. You have to talk to people. You have to examine crime scenes.
Is it better than LA Noire?
Yes. Yeah. There's
Bullshit.
No unpredictable stuff.
Bullshit.
Yeah, there's no unpredictable stuff in this. It's good. Again, Chinny. I think you'd like full English voice acting, and all the voice acting is really good.
I don't
and
know.
well
It looks a
done.
bit boring.
No subtitles.
It looks a bit boring.
Nah, I mean this is just a rubbishy intro bit.
That what just happened on the screen there was a slow motion going into cover.
Yeah, there is that.
Fuck me. Antonio in the chat says, I really want to bash Yakuza 5 and 6 out soon to get 7.
I know. Get to 7.
7 is the turn-based one, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know? I don't know whether I'm gonna like it.
Mm.
I'm feeling a bit of trepidation
Well,
because I love Yakuza, but turn-based combat, and everyone says it works, but I don't know. I've never been a massive fan of turn-based combat in any sort of JRPG.
no, neither have I.
So,
But I like South Park.
I just want to pick bikes up and hit people with them.
Yeah, but what
I
I'm
don't
saying is I like South Park. That was a good game. So now and again
Yeah,
it
that's
works.
all right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently it works, but I don't know. I think it's going to be really complicated. And I mean, South Park is, but it's more turn-based light, isn't it? It's not ever mega complex what you've got to do.
Well, I think that's the same. I think it's not too heavy.
Everyone's going mad over it. They're all saying how great it is. And you don't even have had to play any of the other games because it's a completely new character in the universe. So, I don't know.
You're gonna try it.
I probably will at some point when it's on sale. I'm not gonna buy it.
Curiosity will bite you.
It will. Oh yeah, definitely it will. Because I love this setting. I love the games. There's some of my favorite games I've played on the PlayStation for sure. So, but Judgment is good. It is good. I'm enjoying it. I've sort of got a little bit sucked in now. So hopefully I'll get stuck into it before Cyberpunk comes out in 2 weeks' time.
Oof, Jesus
I
Christ.
know, 2 weeks, man.
2 weeks.
I ain't gonna finish this in 2 weeks.
No.
But I'll give it a good bash. I'm gonna give it a good bash.
Can you do that, Stu?
I am.
Right. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, it's me. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima Legends.
So what is it?
Yes.
What is it?
Legends is a free DLC download. completely free. I can't play. I can't. The problem with your soundboard, Duke, is that it's very well organized and everything, but because I don't know it, I don't know where the free. I found it. Right, I'm gonna play that so people can.
FREE, free, no charge.
There you go. I played it, so you'll be happy. It's in the recording, right?
I can't hear it.
No, you can't hear it, but you will on the show.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's free. It's a DLC, and it's co-op basically. It's all co-op.
Yeah.
There are plenty of shit going on. So you've got a story co-op mode, which it's barely a story, to be honest.
Okay.
It's just you fucking around, killing stuff, but you can only play the story with one other person. So that's 2-player co-op. Then you've got like a survival, which is basically, waves of enemies. You can do that 4-player co-op. And then I think there's a thing called challenge or something, which is also 4-player co-op, but you can only do that when you finish the story. And there's bronze, silver, gold. There's 4 different types of samurai that you can choose from, and you can pick one, but you can't pick the others. But you can eventually unlock the others afterwards. There's a leveling up system. There's a loot system. The loot system is very similar to Destiny in the fact that the loot has levels, which therefore the higher the level of the loot that you apply to yourself, the higher level that you are as a samurai. It's overcomplicated. I don't like that system, but it's pretty simple in this game. You can have a different type of katana, a different bow and arrow, a different charm, some weapons, tons of skins, masks, costumes, effects on your sword. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, and it's free.
Sweet.
It's an absolutely free game. The game works really, really well in co-op. It's a samurai game. Play with your friends. It's nothing complicated. It's exactly how you think it is. Ghost of Tsushima co-op. Small areas to fight in. It's pretty hard as well. The waves, the horde mode sort of thing is tough. We haven't done it. There was 3 of us, and we haven't done it.
Right.
So it is tricky, but I really like it.
Sorry, are y'all getting an echo from me?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Just checking.
I really like it. I'm pleased. I mean, it's an amazing game. Ghost of Tsushima, I platinumed the game. I got a little bit. It got a little bit repetitive, but it's a very, very good game. With a decent story, plenty of cutscenes. There is a bit of a story in there, enough to get your teeth into. Do you know what I mean? It even gives you a little bit of a tutorial just in case you can't remember how to do anything. And each samurai has a unique power-up. So one has a bit of a ghost dog thing going on. One drains the health of someone else. One has a strong bow and arrow or something like that. It's good. I'm pleasantly surprised. Ghost of Tsushima Legends. Just if you've got Ghost of Tsushima and you fancy playing, we have a spare slot for Ghost of Tsushima on my 24-hour gaming thing, which I think is at 7 p.m. So if you have a PlayStation and you haven't tried it and you're not a maniac, because I did say to Sarah and Jamie that we won't let a maniac in, then if I deny you, now you know what I think of you. So yeah, it's good. There's plenty of stuff. I would say there's a good 4 or 5 hours of content, maybe even more, probably a lot more actually. But yeah, if you fancy giving it a go, it's like there's no bells and whistles to it. It's just like, hey, I fancy just killing people again in the game. Then you know where to go.
Very good. I mean, it does look cool, and I will play this at some point.
You haven't played the main game, have you?
I haven't played any of it.
No. Well, this won't be for you, obviously. But it's perfect for people that, like, for me, who played the game when it came out. I got a little bit sick of it, but I enjoyed it for the most part. And I'm like, yeah, I'd play that co-op. That's perfect. In co-op, yeah. So it's well fleshed out. They didn't need to do it. I don't know why they did it.
Because he want to give you some shit for free.
Yeah, and I think you can buy items and loot and things like that. I don't know if they're going to add any more, but I don't know. It just seems like I'm not quite sure. I don't know if they get a return on it, is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like,
they just want to keep people happy. Keep people playing.
Keep people playing.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hang on.
we can hear you.
I got problems.
Wow.
We can hear you.
This show has been one big problem.
Right, that's it. Ghost of Tsushima done.
Yeah, it is.
Here it is. Jesus.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Shoot, you're up.
Am I up? Okay. What
You're
else
up.
have I played? What have
Oh,
I played?
look who's just come into the chat, Stu.
Who's
Uh-oh.
coming to this chat? Who is it? Who is it? Let me look.
Who is that?
Oh, the legit Chinny.
Who is that?
Oh, snap.
You know what though, right? I was rushing because I had to go. So, I'll give him a proper game.
I
play
forgot
this.
that I played this. This is something that I played.
Well, that's what I was going to talk about because that's the last thing I was going to, because we never spoke about this last week.
No.
But before last week's show, we played some 11 table tennis.
That's right. On the Quest. On the VR.
On the Quest, I played with a legit Chinny, and he's a bit rubbish, to be honest.
No, he's
He's
not.
a bit rubbish. No, he's actually quite good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I reckon I could give him a good game if I wasn't rushing. I was rushing.
Of course.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I was rushing. It was good. It's a really good game.
It takes a little bit of getting used to, doesn't it? I would say.
It really is like more or less playing in
See,
real life.
You say that though, and I don't think that's right.
I don't know. It's not far off.
It's a decent sim.
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
not
yeah,
saying
it
it's
is.
bad, but what I'm saying is you're wrong because
Okay.
no, because there is, even though you're hitting a very very light ball, right? Even
Yep.
though you're just tapping this very very hollow plastic ball, there is still a bit of contact. There is still a bit of resistance in a real bat. Whereas I found it quite hard to get used to. I was under hitting it a lot, which I felt like I hit that perfectly fine. In a real table, that would be fine. Whereas in this, I was tending to kind of having to hit it a little bit harder than I needed to. So I would say it's close, but it's not
It's
a
very close.
It's close, but it's not a like for like. But
No, your brother's like, no, you were just playing poor.
yeah, my brother is very very good at real table tennis, by the way.
Yeah, no, I could tell this.
He's very very good at real table tennis. We both like table tennis. I'm okay at table tennis, but he was very much into it when we was younger, and yeah, and so he was pretty good at this as well, and he was doing all the spin on the serves and stuff.
And it works. You can pull all that shit off.
Yeah, and after a while, we were just kind of chatting and just messing about, and I was trying some of the spins, and yeah, you can definitely. It takes you a while to kind of get the table in the right place, though, I think, and.
Yeah, the tables it is quite easy. Once you know how to adjust it, it's quite easy.
Yeah, we did that, so you can literally.
But it
just
doesn't
grip
do a very good job of telling you. It
No.
only tells you once at the very beginning when you start playing, but after that, it doesn't remind you.
Yeah.
So if you've not played, you forget, and sometimes it loads up and the table's sideways on.
Well, I started the game and I was 11 foot tall for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know
there
why.
is that issue as well.
But it's all right.
Well,
yeah.
It is. I mean, let's be honest. Okay, most people do not have room for a full-size table tennis table in their house.
No.
And secondly, you can't invite anybody around to play on it with you anyway.
No, that's right. That's right.
So this is, and you really only need a space where you've got room to move, I suppose, 4 feet in either direction.
Yeah, like
something
either
that,
way,
3
isn't it?
feet.
Yeah, yeah.
Either way, and that's all you need. You
Yeah.
don't even need a big space to play this.
No, no.
And it works really, really well, and I think it's cool. It's very social. I've met lots of nice people play, and there's a lot of people playing this. So if you go on your own, within probably a few minutes, somebody will ping and go, "Do you want a game?"
Yeah. The thing is about this, don't you find that the whole Oculus chat really wank?
I found it to work okay. To be
It
honest,
worked. No,
I've
the
not had a
group
lot
chat
of-
works okay, but when you go into a game, the group chat doesn't
Oh
work.
yeah, that stops. Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
just really dumb. So imagine
Which-
if you was on the Xbox, you started a party chat, but as soon as you play a game, the party
Yeah,
chat
it
says like,
stops.
"No, you can't work anymore." Because as soon as we have to plan everything in the
Yeah.
lobby and then go, right, I'll meet you there. Get out the chat, go into the game. It's dumb.
It is. It's not too bad though, in so much as
It's dumb. I
if
don't-
you
I-
meet random people, you just automatically.
No, I
chatting
know,
to
but
them.
like I don't really care about randos.
I
care
know
about,
what you mean. I know what you mean.
Every time I played VR, I'm trying to play with people that I know. You know, like my brother or you or Step J.
Well, I
It's
mean,
just a
a
fucking
very
nightmare.
prime example of this is with the poker thing, because when we get booted,
Oh, just a
Or
fucking
you know,
nightmare, isn't it?
we're either nightmare or we're phoning each other
Yeah.
or texting each other, and
Yeah.
then you're lifting your headset up to look what you've texted.
Yeah. So because
Oh,
I have a
it is
little
pain in the
on the VR, I have a little gap on my nose, right?
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I can see stuff below me.
The
on my
real
nose.
world.
Yeah, the real world, and that I actually like that gap. I don't know if it's the way
Yeah,
my nose is or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I like that gap because that gap on my nose is so useful because I can get the phone there and be like, oh yeah. And you just reminded me actually. I saw an advert on the old TV box, right? And it was for Animal Crossing, right?
Oh, yeah.
And there's this advert going around on TV where there's all these teenagers, Gen Zers, you know, Zoomers as they're called, right? They are saying, "Oh yeah, we're all gonna." No, they leave school or something like that, and
Yeah.
one of the kids gives the group of kids, the group of 3 kids, gives the one kid who's moving away a copy of Animal Crossing, which straight away I call bullshit on because no one can afford a fucking Nintendo game, especially 3 kids. You're telling me those 3 kids forked out 50 quid when they could have just fucking rang them, right? No chance. Anyway, the idea of the advert is that they all play Animal Crossing together and it's so social. What's funny is that Nintendo have an official chat app that you connect to your phone. So it's so convoluted that even on their own commercial, they just ring each other, which I thought was quite funny. That's the end of that.
Well.
Right.
Yeah, but the VR chat is crap. But 11 table tennis is pretty good. I enjoyed that.
It is really good. It's a very well put together game.
Yeah,
Because there's another one called Racket Fury, I think it is.
yeah.
And that was pretty good.
It sucks.
But compared to this, it's like night and day.
So is there different rooms? Because you're just in a kind of like a bachelor pad.
Man
aren't you?
cave. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
There's only 2. There's this, and there's like an Alpine Lodge setting as well.
There needs to
Ooh,
be more
Alpine
rooms. Like in the VR, in poker VR, that's the great thing about it is they keep making
Yeah.
new rooms, and like the rooms are just as entertaining sometimes as the props. So
Oh yeah, I still think my favourite's the space station one. I still think that's
the
kind of...
newest one is the medieval
Yeah,
one.
that was all right.
But what
that
I
was
don't like
okay.
about that is the fucking chickens never shut up. in
Yeah,
that one.
yeah, clucking all the time.
Always clucking away.
Okay.
Always bloody clucking. Clucking chickens, I tell you.
Clucking chickens.
The clucking
Mhm.
chickens.
What are you
Ah.
gonna do about clucking chickens?
Anything else from you, Duke? Have you got something else?
Yes, I have 2 other games actually.
Okay. Let's
But
have
first, I want to try something.
it. Uh-oh. Oh,
I
jeez.
know.
I know what he's going
I'm
to try.
sorry. Okay. Now bear
Okay.
with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's see if you can hear
Oh
this.
god.
You know I got my nails done, hair done, everything.
I knew that's what you was fucking
Oh, no,
doing.
he's been fiddling for ages. He's
I
been
know.
fiddling- Oh, my God.
I don't need a Mac anymore. Yes.
You do need to fucking change your microphone though next week.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, yeah, I will obviously. I can do
Jesus.
that now, but I'm
But
not.
I
gonna
tell
do
you
it
what,
right now.
I tell you something though, right? You don't
Yeah.
cut out as much on the PC. Like you know when you talk, we can hear you.
That's a
Yeah,
very
that's true.
personal thing to
That is
say.
true. Yeah, we
I
don't
put out
really have
plenty.
to.
No, like, what I mean is like when you talk, the volume on your speech dips, which is why we can never hear you.
Well,
Even-
maybe it's because I'm not loud enough. How about
no,
now?
Maybe it's because you're on a
No,
fucking
I just turned the
8-year-old
volume
Mac.
way up.
Well,
Yeah.
before, when we spoke, sometimes you would cut out when we spoke, even like
Yeah.
on Discord, but not so much now.
That's probably because, well, there's a lot of reasons.
It's the fucking Mac. Anyway,
It's a fucking shitty Mac.
it's the Mac.
Well, I'm not gonna lie and say that there wasn't a shitty Mac.
No, but
The
like,
problem is now I'm getting an echo.
Oh, okay.
So let's see if can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh wow,
Can't
that cut out
believe
the echo. I'm doing this live.
I know. I can't believe we're doing this. Can we move on?
Never.
I guess
Jesus
so.
Christ!
Yay! Hey, I'm just
This
glad
is
I've got sound effects
welcome.
working again.
Jesus.
Welcome to the Veteran Gamers Podcast, where Duke fiddles with.
It's just
technical
yeah.
What do
it's
you
just-
want people to wait till next week before they hear the sound clips?
Honest-
Come on.
Honestly, though, Duke. Honestly, your voice doesn't dip anymore, which means we can hear you when you talk, which is a big change.
Yeah.
You just need to fucking take that mic out the back of that Mac, throw the Mac in
Yeah,
the river, and plug
fucking
that in
chuck
for
the
next week.
Yeah, and
Pretty
chuck
much.
that mic you've got in the bin.
Yeah.
All right, let me just make sure this is all working here. Tell me what I'm playing here.
Wario cheats!
Wario cheats.
Yeah.
Yes, it works, and I don't have the double sound. This is even better than when I played it on the Mac because I
Wow.
usually had. This is the best day of my life.
Oh my god.
Okay. Sound effects. What am I talking about? Video games.
Yeah, video
Yes.
games.
Okay, right.
Seriously talking about video games?
Heyo.
How dare you?
Brilliant.
So here's the thing. I was looking for
Oh my god.
that itch earlier before I reached Aardwolf.
Lots of itches.
Yeah. But before I got to Aardwolf, though, I realized that I wanted to try Genshin Impact because
That's
you,
okay.
Stuart, had told me about this game,
Yeah. I did.
and I had watched some gameplay, and I was like, you know what, looks kind of interesting. So,
Jesus.
yeah, it's here's the thing. For those who don't know, this game is an anime. It's a Breath of the Wild clone. Okay, that's all it is.
Do you
right?
know what though? Right, this game. Just to put this game into perspective, how big it is now. Last month alone, it made $110 million. This game
gives a shit.
this game is ridiculous for making.
But here's the thing. It's well, I can play you this.
It's exactly like Stummies.
And the twist is?
It's a much bigger pill.
It's a lot like Breath of the Wild. It's exactly like Breath of the Wild, but there's one big difference. Now, let me ask you, Stu, what do you think the difference is that makes the most impact on me?
Oh, the biggest difference is
Take this.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Right.
Take this. Oh no.
You have a sword. You keep using the sword. It doesn't break every time you attack a monster. Yes.
And you have a party, and the combat is.
I don't care about the
completely
party so much, but
Totally different.
yeah, the combat's different. But the combat's good. Like it's a
Yeah,
good
no, it's good.
game.
It's good combat.
It's very well made. I would say this: the first person you meet is your little guide spirit thing.
Yeah, she's
Oh
very
my
nice.
god! A
Well, you know
bit.
what? You get used to it after a while.
Shut up! I had to change it to Japanese voice because I couldn't take the English.
That is funny.
Yeah. So now I can't look away from the screen when characters are talking. I have to read the subtitles because I could not take, and not just her, but all the characters are like, "Me, me, me, me." And why are all the people blonde in these Japanese games? They have some sort of self-loathing about their hair. What's wrong with black hair? Black hair is cool. No, the beautiful people are the blonde people.
Well, yeah.
I think
Game,
I think it's
very well
because a lot of these Japanese games style themselves on Western cultures, and I guess that's how they see it. I don't know.
And
I guess.
and they're pervs.
Yeah, they are. That is
What?
true.
Just because this guide of yours looks like she's about 6.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's annoying how you have to apply XP. That's kind of annoying. But
Yeah, it is a
that's
bit weird,
minor
isn't it?
thing.
But you can level up really fast. I
Well,
found.
you can level up fast, and that's the part that kind of worries me because then it's clear there's going to be a cap or some sort of plateau at some point where it's like, hey, you were used to leveling up very quickly. You want to keep that going? Give us some money.
No, apparently it is. You can play pretty far into this game without paying.
I'm sure
money.
you can. I hope so
Yeah.
because I am having fun with
Japan!
it. It's very well made. The combat is entertaining. It's not ideal. It's not as good as Guild Wars 2, but it does a good job of scratching that itch.
It's
and-
very pretty.
It's
Is it
very
great?
pretty.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's so pretty and it's so like polished that it's kind of hard to believe that it's a free game.
Oh yeah.
Because
But that's why I think that's why they're making so much cash.
Well,
It's
the,
Well,
just-
I'm sure.
but the catch is that as you play it, somebody's robbing your house.
yeah,
you
that's
know
what they
what? Hey, it's a good game.
Free game's a
for
free game.
that kind of, yeah, a free game's a free game.
do. Totally
exactly.
free apart from your house being robbed.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I can play this now. Wait, where is it? Yeah.
Free, free, no charge.
There you
That
go.
is true. That's true. But yeah, no, I totally agree, Drew. I must admit, I didn't know whether this would be your thing.
Don't let's not kid ourselves. I tend to be very fickle. I love a thing one week, next week,
Fickle.
game sucks. I had to
You
uninstall it.
fickle.
Yeah, I know, right? It's hard to believe.
No.
But don't be surprised next week, listeners, if I report back and people go, "So how's Genshin Impact treating you?" And I say, "I had to uninstall it because you couldn't choose what color your shoelaces were."
Every game
this
is
is true.
walking
It's true.
on a tightrope with you.
Oh,
Duke.
very tightrope.
It
Yeah,
is.
absolutely.
Totally is.
There's always a chance, no matter
Yeah.
what, that some little thing's gonna be wrong, and I'm gonna go, "Fuck this! I'm
Yeah,
uninstalling."
that third blade of grass. No, I don't like
Tripped
that.
me up. I tripped up. I walked into that
And
grass.
I you know what? I blame it on people who are the fact that we have so many games.
Yeah,
Like
That's
there's
the
an
problem.
embarrassment of games. It's so easy for me to switch between
Yeah, just play
Elder
some of
Scrolls
those.
Online and Guild Wars 2 and this game, and those are all. I mean, Elder Scrolls I got for $10, something like that. Guild Wars 2 is free to play. Neverwinter is free to play. There's so many free games.
Yeah.
And what I'm looking for is different from what everyone else is looking for, so therefore I can play those games, those free games, and be satisfied because I'm not looking for that end game experience. Oh, it gets boring after you reach level 80. Fuck you! How long did it take to reach level 80? 20 hours. You got 20 hours of free game and you're mad because there isn't enough to do. Ridiculous.
The biggest
anyway.
issue I've had playing this is just the interface. I think is very, very complex. Just even
Yeah.
something as simple as changing your weapon. When
Right.
you get a better sword or something, just
Right.
equipping the new sword is a pain.
It is a pain.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. Did you play it on the PC or on console, Stu?
I've got it on the PS4.
See,
I've been
it's
playing
a
on
lot easier with the keyboard.
Yeah, you're probably
Mouse and
right.
keyboard. So yes, it still is annoying, but I think it's a lot more annoying on the console because
Yeah,
it's so easy to just click, click.
yeah.
So anyway,
But once
but no,
you
it's
get your
very-
head around all that stuff, it's fine.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Once you get used to the way the systems work, it's just about running around and exploring the
shit.
temples and stuff like that. Yeah,
Killing
and
loads of
it's
shit.
it's very
Switch
polished.
between characters, and there's one with a bow. You're the one with a sword. They've both got
Yep.
special, like super attacks and all that kind of stuff.
It is annoying. There's certain parts where Chinny, let me ask you. You're in this temple. There's some barrels over there. They're red. You have a bow and arrow
Oh,
that
yeah.
shoots fire.
Uh-huh.
What do you expect will happen when you shoot those barrels with your fire bow?
Explosion, Eric.
You would think so, but no. Instead, they light on fire and then they slowly burn after about 10 seconds.
That's probably what would really happen.
Is that what you want in a fantasy game?
No.
Realistic.
In a game where there is a flying 6-year-old girl following you everywhere and a dragon, I expect that shit to be fireworks.
Yeah, exactly. And that's annoying. Like, come on. And you can't break them apart with your sword. You have to shoot them with the bow and arrow with the fire. It's like, that's stupid. So there are some decisions that are a little incongruous, but in general, it's very well made, and I had a lot of fun.
It is,
playing
like I say, it's super polished. It looks
Yeah.
super nice. I mean, this is,
Yeah.
like you said, for a free-to-play game,
Oh yeah,
this is probably top of the pile at the moment, I would have
it's
said.
a pretty top pile, no doubt about it. It's it's a very nice game.
Duke, do you really think that I just Googled what incongruous means? I know what it
Yes.
means. Not in harmony or keeping with its surroundings or other aspects of something. Okay?
Well, my expectations of how you learn that and the truth are in not incongruity. So there you go.
Yeah,
How
there
about
you go.
Great.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right, we better move on because it's nearly.
Well, I got one more though. I got
Oh
one
my
more
God,
though.
it's nearly the end of
I
the show,
know. What
dude.
the hell?
It's nearly the end
I'll
because
save it
there's
for
only
next week.
so
I'll save
much
it for next week.
There's
data.
only
No,
so
no,
much
I'll save
time
it for next
and
week.
data.
It's fine. It's not too urgent. I'll save it for next week.
Okay, let's have it because we have got
Okay.
2 speak pipes
Yes.
to do, so let's do
And I
those.
can play the speak pipes now because I got
I
it
know.
sorted.
It's a bloody good
What,
job,
what?
actually, isn't it, when you think
What?
about it?
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that you wouldn't been able to.
Sorry, I was just looking at the speak pipes and I realized I got an email from one of the muds that I signed up with, and the title of the email is "We've missed you."
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I thought somebody was gonna play this game. No. All right. Anyway, so are we doing emails then?
No, we've not got any emails, but I've got 2
Aw,
speak pipes.
jeez.
No emails.
All
this
right.
Pipe, it's the way to leave a message
it's
for
crap.
us.
And they're both from Dark Side.
I'm telling a lie, we have, but we'll do this. We have got 1 email. We'll do that after this.
All right.
Okay. Well,
I'll
here
tell-
comes the first
tell
speak
why.
pipe Derek Sign.
Dark Signs.
Oh, Veteran Gamers, it's Derek Sains again. It's now getting towards the end of November 2020, and a lot of the gaming websites I look at and podcasts and various other places have started talking about Game of the Year for 2020. But that's not really what I want to talk about today. The reason I bring that up is amongst a lot of their discussions, they're talking about the fact that Cyberpunk 2077 is not out until the 10th of December, and that will almost certainly borrow from a lot of Game of the Year lists because of how late it's getting released in the year.
Interesting.
I hope it's still going to come out on the 10th of December. I'm looking forward to it, but I was just thinking, what if it's just an average game or maybe a bad game? It probably won't be. It'll probably be great. Obviously, the reputation of CD Projekt Red's going to count towards something for that expectation. But I think the game over the last 5 years or so that I've been most disappointed with, that I had highest expectations for, was Death Stranding. I really loved Metal Gear Solid 5 from Hideo Kojima, but I wanted to love Death Stranding, but after playing it for a while, I decided it wasn't for me, and I traded it in. But my question for you, I guess, then is, over the last 5 years or so, is there a game that you've had real high expectations for, and it just fell flat or just didn't live up to those expectations? Maybe a game that you, a developer you really love, but it really let you down when you played it? And I'll leave it at that, so keep on game.
That's a good question. I have got one of those, and Chinny isn't gonna like it.
Uh-oh.
Is it
I
going to
am one of
be? Can I guess it?
You can.
Is it a Rockstar game?
It is.
Is it a
Which one?
cowboy game?
It is.
Is it Red Dead Redemption 2?
It is. You know, funnily enough.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
And this is where we banned Stu from the Discord.
I know.
Hi,
Yeah.
Stu. It was
And-
nice having you here while you were around.
Funnily enough, right? Kay was bringing up tonight games that had made me cry for some reason. I can't remember why we got onto the conversation of stuff that made me cry. And she went, "You cried at Red Dead Redemption, the game, the video game, didn't you? You cried at that." I'm like, yeah, I did. It was very sad. It was a bit emotional. I said, but I didn't cry at Red Dead Redemption 2. I cried because I had to keep playing it for an extra 4 hours after I thought it had finished. That made me want to cry.
Burn.
Because
Shots
honestly,
fired.
It's interesting to me, Stu, because that's a valid argument,
ugh,
right? That's a valid argument. I can't. Are we done? Are we done with the tens, right? Are we having fun? We're having fun.
Imagine it, complaining about Stu with the sounds, not me.
I know. Valid argument, Stuart. Right? There's a lot of game after the game's done. Now,
yes, there is.
that is coming from a man who likes Yakuza games,
Yes, but
which I have not finished talking, Stuart. Are full of cutscenes, left, right, and centre
Right.
about
I hear.
all.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, man.
Do you though?
But Yakuza games are over in like, I don't know, 25 hours or so. 20
disagree.
hours.
I
25 hours.
disagree.
And eventually.
And all those cutscenes are cool because the stories are cool.
No,
And
that's
I found
subjective.
it
That's subjective.
to
No,
it was a bit.
no.
What? I'm gonna
Right,
go and
first of
shoot
all-
another fucking bar up.
First of all, most Yakuza games, I'm just looking on How Long to Beat, are 30 to 35 hours.
Oh, whatever.
So you got that wrong for a start. Just to start correcting you now.
Okay.
Second of all, the fact that
you
you
don't feel like that.
the
though,
fact
'cause
that
it's
you
so-
like the Yakuza story and dislike the Red Dead story is subjective. That doesn't matter. So that's moot.
Yeah, but
right?
that's my opinion.
Exactly. So shut up. Right. So then, but what I'm saying is, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff, like a lot of cutscenes, a lot of wasted time after the game's finished in Red Dead 2, which you could say is not relevant. But there is also a lot of not relevant content in
It's not
Yakuza.
that, okay, all right. The argument I would have against what you're saying is, one, is my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. And two, I just found it tedious. It wasn't the fact that there was a lot of game like Yakuza. Once you're done, you're done. You know what I mean? The story's done. It's done. There isn't any fucking, oh, by the way, surprise epilogue that's going to last another 4 hours.
6, but carry on.
Yeah, whatever.
In fact, I still haven't finished it, but like, you know.
Exactly. Well, that's
Well, I have
testament-
finished it. I've seen credits, but there are still things on the map that I haven't done.
It's just, I just found it tedious. I'd had enough.
Yeah.
And once I got to that point, I'd had enough. I was like, I've had enough now.
Yeah. I don't
want
know what
to
it
be
is. I think for me, I just love being in a Rockstar game. That's
I understand. Look, I totally get what.
For me, that's just like bliss. I'm just like, I am in a Rockstar game. I am happy.
mean, and let's be honest, this could be the same game on Duke's list because let's be honest, he bought a bloody console to play this and played it for about 2 hours or whatever it was.
Oh my god!
What?
I just realized something.
What?
Oh.
I don't really need my Mac for anything anymore.
Oh my god!
I realised that when you, this thing, right?
We realised that 7 years ago.
It took you an hour to figure out how to do that, all right? But you were like, no,
Yeah.
I've got it all set up on my Mac Mini.
For years and years, I was like, there's no way to do it on the PC. And the last time I looked, like 3 years ago, there was no way to do it, or there was no easy
3
way.
years ago.
Yeah, I know, but what am I going to look every week? No. But here's the thing. Here's what I just realized. The Mac I can throw in the river. What am I supposed to do with this monitor? I can have 2 monitors.
Oh my god.
Or
well,
you can be like me, and I'm going to upgrade to 3 monitors. Soon.
Don't get ridiculous.
So anyway, that's mine. Mine.
Oh yeah, right. Derek's question about
Oh, yeah.
games that are disappointing to us. Just think about that too. We didn't need to have a 20-hour conversation about Yazuka, did we? Chinny, what was yours?
Mine
Was it
was
Yazuka?
a game called Zuzuka. No, it wasn't really. It was a game
It's
called.
funny because Japanese words are different than English.
That's right. That's right. It was a game called Too Human. It was a notoriously bad game. Now, I'm not saying I was like, oh my god, this game's going to blow my tits off kind of level. I wasn't hyped, queuing up for a shot. I wasn't doing any of that shit. But the reason why I'm massively disappointed with Too Human is because Dennis Dyack he had a lot of cred back in 2000. I think it was 2007. I think Too Human came out. I'm not sure, but it's around about then. But the game that he made before that, which was Eternal Darkness,
I played this game.
is one of my favorite games. Like on the GameCube, it was an unbelievable game, and I bought it on a punt. Do you know what I mean? I bought it. I was like, I don't know what this is. I was like, fucking hell, this game is amazing, and it's doing things that I've never seen in a video game. Oh my god, this is like, and people talk about Eternal Darkness to this day and compare it to the likes of Metal Gear Solid, where it breaks the fourth wall and it pushes the boundary of what games can do, right? So I'm like, all right, well, let's give this Dennis chap another go. What we've learnt since then is Dennis Dyack is a one-hit wonder and a maniac. And unfortunately, Too Human was the start of his decline. Dennis Dyack is a very, very strange
It was
individual.
the beginning and end of his decline.
Yeah, he's never had a hit since. I'm not saying he's untalented, but he's a very odd guy, and I've heard people insult him, and he's pulled out a book of reasons why people should like Too Human, right? And he's very sort of he's on the same path, and I'm not saying he's the same kind of person or whatever, but he's on the same ilk of a Peter Molyneux kind of guy, you know what I mean? Where he's just like, he's not quite all there with what he says, and he's a bit bizarre. So I was playing Too Human, and I remember thinking, like, the first the first inkling of it being a bit weird was how the combat worked, which was you basically push the right stick in the direction of where you want to kill stuff, which is very twin stick shootery, and everybody was like, okay, maybe that's fun. I don't know, let's give it a go. And it was the most boring game I have ever played. Too Human. And it was meant to be a trilogy. I'm still waiting for those 2 and 3.
It was meant to be a trilogy, but this game was it was so hyped up as well, which didn't help. And they had, I remember when this was announced at E3.
Yeah.
In 2006 or whatever it was, they had this really cool CGI trailer for it, which looked amazing. I was like, this is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
And then it was just shit.
Yeah. It was 2008. It actually came out 2008. So yeah, it's
it must be 2007 then.
He is the. I feel like he's maybe this should go to David Cage, but he is like the M. Night Shyamalan of video games. Maybe David Cage is more the M. Night Shyamalan, but it's that. It's
Mate, what decent game.
Made one decent thing or a couple of decent things, and then whatever. Yeah, Too Human.
There you go. Duke, for you, game that you thought was going to be amazing and it was a bit shit.
I loved Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, which was the console port of Battlefield 2. I played that was my jam. The Star Wars Battlefront 2, and then Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. That was my jam. But Bad Company, I was so excited because I was like, all right, this is it. They're doing it for real. This isn't just a port. This is going to be the next best thing. And it was such a disappointment. The multiplayer was so different, and the engine was completely different, and it was a huge letdown. I was so disappointed.
I thought, didn't you like Bad Company, Chinny? Or was it Bad Company 2?
I liked Bad Company 2.
Yeah, and Bad Company 2 was a much better game.
It was a much better game.
Once I got the expectations out of my head, I actually didn't hate Bad Company because the single player was good. But I wanted
the characters in that story are very, very good.
Yeah, they were great in the first one. They took all the funny characters out in the second one, so whatever.
Yeah. It's they are there, but they're not very funny at all. Like,
right.
They up the stakes.
Right. But again, like, I was hoping for an emotional experience, an opportunity to have the same kinds of awesome feelings in Bad Company that I had in Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, and it just didn't deliver. It didn't have the same setup. It didn't have the same approach to the multiplayer, and that was very disappointing to me. And the squads, that's when they first have the squads. Let's not forget about the squads. Urgh. So yeah,
4-player squads. Oh.
Gavlar in the chat said Section 8, which is Duke's.
Oh, Duke loves that game.
Duke loves that game.
Section 8 was great. Oh, who said that was bad?
Gavlar.
How dare you?
Gavlar.
Oh, Gavlar, you suck.
You're bad.
I love Section 8. And Section 8, what was the other one? They did a second one. That was even
Section
better.
8, We're Sorry is the name of that game.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got another speed pipe because that was the last.
We do have another speed pipe. The last thing I want to say about this is, here's the thing. Look, I was going to say...
I thought that was it.
That was it.
But here's the thing. Look, well, no, okay. Here's what I was going to say. I have high hopes that Cyberpunk's going to be very good because CD Projekt Red knows what they're doing. They're probably not going to be messing with the formula much, and it's going to be exactly what people want it to be, I assume. I mean, who knows? Things can go horribly wrong, but I feel like Cyberpunk's going to live up to a lot of people's expectations because CD Projekt Red has not really deviated from their basic formula in the last many years, right?
Yeah.
They've been polishing what they've been doing, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. And they haven't been adding crazy, stupid things. Like, they've been focusing more on story. And I think that's what's going to make Cyberpunk 2020 shine, in addition to the world that they're creating. And I know it's not Cyberpunk 2020, but whatever.
No, 2077.
Section 8.
Section 8. But
here's the thing. Sorry, go ahead, Stu.
I was gonna say I think this game. I don't think it's gonna push boundaries like people think. I think it's gonna be very, not old-fashioned, but I think it's gonna be a very standard RPG once you get into it. And a lot of people, and from a lot of the previews and stuff I've seen about this game, although you can play this as an out-and-out shooter, all guns blazing, apparently the satisfaction comes from not playing it like that at all and playing it more strategically. And the more strategic stuff you do, the more satisfying it becomes, I've heard, the combat. So,
Cyberpunk is one of those games where I've completely ignored it. It's all blackout for me. And for the last, I don't know, probably since...
I haven't looked at any story stuff. I've literally just been looking at people's just like opinions on games.
No, I don't even do that because I feel like that taints what I think sometimes. Like, I know you do that all the time, don't you, Stu? Like,
all the time. But I want to know what I'm getting into.
You want to know what you're getting into. Whereas I feel like if I read somebody's opinion on it, it goes in my head when I'm playing it. Whereas if I play something and then I read an opinion about it, I go, I can agree or disagree with that, and that's me. But Cyberpunk has entered that category of game for me where I know I'm going to buy it, I know I'm going to play it, so there's no point in me. This trailer that we got on this live stream now is the first time I've ever seen it, it's not making me sad that I'm seeing this. I know it's all this kind of lasers and neon and futuristic shit. It's not really spoiling anything, but it's like I'm gonna play the game, so there's no point in the publisher trying to sell this to me. They've got me. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
want
yeah.
everything to be a surprise. So, Cyberpunk.
It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. I'm not concerned. And they have reiterated this week about 4 times that it is definitely coming out
Yeah,
on the 10th.
I heard that as well. Like, no, this time it's coming. Harley down in the chat says this is the most amount of Cyberpunk 2077 that I've come in contact with. Is this?
Yo, stop looking! Stop looking!
We'll
Damn.
take it off the
Stop
screen,
looking
Dan.
at it.
We'll stick it off the
Look
screen.
at it.
There you go. Yeah, I don't want to look at it either. No, I don't.
All right, are we listening to the next speak pipe from Dark
Yeah,
Side?
do it.
Dark Side.
Hello, Veteran Gamers. Today's the 28th of November 2020. Yeah, that's the date. Saturday. I've just downloaded to my Xbox One S the game Snooker 19. That was after listening to Mr. Michael Chin talk about it on the Veteran Gamers podcast and watching some of his videos on YouTube. So that officially makes Chinny a video game influencer.
Aha!
And I'm going to start playing it tomorrow, so I'll be spending my Sunday hitting balls with a large wooden stick.
Nice.
And I just, quick question for Chinny. Two questions actually. Is he still playing Snooker 19? And can he give us 3 reasons why anyone who's thinking about buying the game should buy the game Snooker 19 on whatever system? It's on sale on the Xbox store, and I think it's on sale on the Switch eShop as well, but not sure about the PS4. I think it's still full price. And that's it, so keep on gaming.
Keep on gaming.
Okay, so
Okay, go ahead, hit us.
Yeah, hit us. Hit us.
First, what I have to say is that if you're thinking about buying Snooker 19, you've probably already thought about it because you have to like snooker. Do you know what I mean?
This is the thing. It's like when you're trying to make a decision, flip a coin. Don't do what the coin toss says, but when you're flipping it, ask yourself, do I want it to come up heads or tails? Because that's what you got to do. So
Yeah.
if you have any thought, hey, I might want to play the snooker game, just play the fucking snooker.
Yeah, so snooker is one of those sports. I mean, it's barely a sport, but it's one of those sports where you either like it or you don't. It's pretty black and white. You know what I mean? Would you agree, Stu? You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
I like
You
snooker.
like snooker. You're not bad at real snooker, in fact. But
I'm all right.
you're all right.
Yes.
But you like snooker. You've made that decision. You've like, I like snooker. You remember the famous '85 final with Steve Davis and Dennis Taylor, no doubt.
I remember. I've watched a lot of snooker matches. It's fair
So
to say.
you know if you like snooker. What I would say, my advice is if you go, yeah, I won't mind getting into a bit of snooker. Just to remind you, it is snooker, right? So it isn't going to be the most exciting game in the world. But what I will say is this.
Definitely snooker.
It is by far the nicest looking snooker game that exists ever. The characters are awful. Don't get me wrong, but the table and the balls all look nice and shiny. The physics, now this is the important thing. This is what a lot of snooker games get wrong. The physics of Snooker 19 are brilliant. Not 100% accurate, but very, very good. They're like 90% there. There's little things, right, that as an avid snooker player notices. For example, when you hit the cue ball off a cushion, if you hit it harder, it squares up the angle that it bounces off the cushion. If you hit it softer, the angle is more wider, right? It does that in this game. So very good physics, looks quite pretty. And the other one is there's still plenty of people playing it online. They refresh the tournaments. It's a nice relaxing game. You know, if you want a game where you just want to listen to a podcast, chill out, just want to zen out a little bit, no pressure, crazy, it's all fine. Snooker's the way to go.
See, I don't even get that. Listening to podcasts while playing video games. I listen to podcasts when I can't find anything interesting to give my attention to.
That's
Like, if
why
I'm
you should be
driving
doing it when you're
or I
playing snooker.
wash dishes.
Yeah.
That's like listening to a podcast while I'm playing Rocket League. No way. Rocket League gets 100% of my attention, goddammit.
No, I've listened to podcasts when I play snooker. Most of the time when I'm playing snooker now, I'm streaming. I'm
Yeah.
doing something.
I mean,
on
fair enough. To each their own. I'm not giving anybody a hard time.
But it's one of those games where Duke, if you played Snooker 19, which I'm sure you won't,
Yeah.
but if you did, it would be one of those games where you're listening to chill out music. Do you know what I mean? You just that playlist that is like, I'm just chilling out. I've had a stressful day. I don't want anything crazy going on. And snooker, like a snooker table, making a break on a snooker table is a puzzle. So when you get into how to make a break, it's kind of like it's a bit of OCD. You want to clear the table. So how do you do that? That's the same in real snooker. But I don't clear the table very often these days. But how do you make the highest break possible? You've got to love the sport, and I'm afraid if you don't like snooker, if you think snooker's just absolute nonsense and crap and boring, then I ain't gonna change.
You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna
and also,
like
I couldn't. When people say snooker's so boring, I'm like, I'm not gonna disagree with that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sometimes it is. Sometimes I watch snooker, I'm like, this is a bit boring, you know. But then sometimes it's great. But it's one of the best snooker games I've ever played, and I've played a lot since I was a young lad. And this is a great one. There you are.
There you go.
All right, we ready for email?
Yes, just the one. We have one email. Let's do this.
Whoa, that ruled.
Okay, the one and only email this week came through a few weeks ago, so apologies for that. There's been an issue. Michael Quinn, for some reason, his emails haven't been coming through to us, even though he sent it to the right address. So no idea why that might be. But anyway, he got through to us eventually, and this is the email. It says, Studio Ghibli Films for Duke.
Oh, yeah?
It says, hi all.
Hello.
Hope everyone is doing well. Just a quick message for Duke, since he's been mentioning Studio Ghibli films a lot recently. Yeah. But I haven't heard him mention Howl's Moving Castle.
I haven't seen it.
No, I mentioned it to you. I'm like, have you seen that? And you went, no, like, what?
I know, right?
I struggle to hear him recommend Studio Ghibli movies without mentioning that. How come you haven't gotten around to watching it? It's the best of the Studio Ghibli films by far, in my opinion.
Sorry.
Take care, everyone, and stay safe, Michael. So, why have you not watched this film?
It's not intentional. It's just that, there's stuff. There's so much to watch. Mm-hmm.
There you go. There's your answer. Right, let's get the hell out of here. Bloody hell, fire. It's 11:20. We need to go to bed. Shout out. Let's do something. Chili.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Yes, just a shout out to all the crew that we podcasted with last week. Appreciate that it was a bit of a different show last week, but it's still good fun. Shout out to Step J and Peds for playing poker with us. That's a good laugh.
Step J and Peds friends. Can't remember any names.
Yeah, don't remember their name. They won't listen, so whatever, it's fine. Fine. And shout out to Babadabdo. I don't know.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, Babadabdo.
There you go. I'm going to shout out also the crew from last week because that was good fun. Really good fun. And I'm going to shout out Duke for fiddling for nearly the entire show to get his soundboard working. There you go.
To shout out the person on Reddit who made it possible by giving me, because I was trying to figure out how to figure. I'm not going to bore everybody with a
don't bore us.
But the point is that I had to search for how could I play Chrome through Discord, and this person wrote, hey, why don't you do this? So the person's name is Emote on Reddit. So thank you, Emote. I love you. Mwah! And I just donated to the people who made the software because it's free, but they're like, hey, give us a donation if it helps you. I'm like, yeah, it helps me. I can throw this desk away now. Open up more room down here in the basement. What?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Super duper dupe.
Super duper dupe.
Is that it? We done?
No, I have other shout outs. Sorry.
Oh, no. Come on, go. Come
yes,
on, man.
well,
I've got a bed to get to.
I'd like to thank Paul Fake for catching my Philip K. Dick references and letting me know because, I'll put stuff out there and I don't have any idea if anybody catches that, but he did. What? Thank you. And Chopper Kelly showed me some Nimbus X love. Thank you, Chopper Kelly. I appreciate that. And on a less happy note, Antonio's Nan caught the Rona because of some manager at the hospital or something. And it was like, God, that sucks. So, people, take care of your business, man. Don't get old people sick. Jeez. And he said he's been coughing a little bit, but fingers crossed, man. I hope you're all right, dude. We love you, Antonio.
We do.
Stay safe.
We do.
And yeah. All right, is that it?
I think that's it. Remember, I'm doing Extra
like
Life
this
on the
podcast.
Saturday. No, fuck off. I'm doing Saturday Extra Life, 24 hours of video games. Join me. I'll share the spreadsheet on the show notes, on the Discord, on the Twitter and stuff, and all that jazz. Drop in, donate, or join me for video game fun. 5th of December, Saturday, 8 a.m. And also, I'll be doing some test streams on the week. So look on the YouTubes and the Twitch because I need to test a few things. So I'll be doing some test streams. So I'll be
Chinny.
playing some random shit.
Chinny,
Yes.
I think on Saturday morning we should try and play some poker and see if you can stream that
No.
using the
No, too
the
complicated.
website link.
Too complicated.
It's not. It's just a web link.
I will try to test it this
A
week.
lot to deal with in terms of doing
It's-
the stream.
it's
He doesn't
easy to-
The only problem with poker and VR is VR makes me very tired.
Yeah, but that's why I suggest it in the morning when you first start.
So you can drain all your energy.
So I
into
can
that.
get tired quickly. Yeah, very
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
Yeah,
There you go.
good plan.
Right.
When you're most awake.
If you like this
yeah.
podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net.
And that's it. We're done. Thanks for
Yeah,
listening,
done.
everybody. Thank you, Giuseppe, for that.
Okay, Duke.
Duke.
Duke, stop. Duke.
Yes.
So
It's
I
not
think what's
quite-
happening is your Discord audio allowance is too high, so it cuts out the sound clips.
Is that what it is?
So while we're
How do you
on-
fix that? How do you
so
fix
you
that?
what you, the way,
Automatically, because I have it set to automatically determine input
oh, there's your
sensitivity.
problem. So go to user settings.
Yes.
A little card.
I've turned it, so I should turn it down.
You
or
should
up.
you should turn it down to -80-ish. I would say.
Minus 80-ish. Okay.
Give it a go. Let's
So
try
there
that
it is.
again.
How's that? How's that?
Seems to be working better.
It's working.
Ah, it's the starting of a new day.
There you
Perfect.
go.
It's perfect now.
Perfect. All you need now, Duke.
Well, it'll be perfect when I hook up the new what you call it?
Microphone.
The new mic. Yeah.
If you
Then
get
it'll
that
be
mic, you honestly, Duke, this is a game changer.
Honestly.
You don't.
Yes,
Your
it is.
audio does not dip down when we talk. If we talk,
Not dipping.
if we're all
Yeah, it's
talking at
almost
the
as though
same
using
time,
a 9-year-old computer. I looked it up. It's 9 years old. It's almost like using a 9-year-old computer
honestly,
isn't optimal for sound quality. I don't know.
it's so. It's such a change because I was racking my brains why that would not, because I would think maybe it's an American thing, maybe because you're obviously, but then sometimes we like Greg and things like that don't have that issue. I'm like, why
Oh, yeah,
does
sure.
Duke
Yeah,
have?
why
And it
don't
was
we have a
because
Duke?
it was on
Well,
that
and
fucking
let's not
Mac.
forget, the Mac infrastructure was never designed for not multimedia, but like audio. Like
Yeah.
games are late to the Mac. Like Mac never had any games.
No, so it's
So,
just
yeah.
that the fact that when we're talking and then you try and
Yeah.
chip in, that we can hear
Yeah.
you. That
Yeah,
is
oh,
an
yeah.
absolute.
Now we
Sure.
That,
There's no, it's even harder to ignore me now.
that's honest, but I find that so
Oh
frustrating
God! But
because
you know what I just realized about that though? That means that I should be quieter because I don't need to yell and shout.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Oh God! This
but-
is the worst day of my life.
But I think
Be quiet now.
I get so like annoyed by that because I can hear your frustration of going, why
Well, yeah.
are you trying to get in? And I'm like, oh, thank God it's
Yeah.
solved.
I'm getting
And
it
all you
now,
had to
baby.
do was
Oh,
accept the fact that if you try
getting
something
in.
new, it might work.
No, I'm not getting something new.
Next week it's going to be like a whole new show.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Well, halfway through this week was a whole new show.
And now all you gotta. Well, I suppose the recording aspect is the only different thing now.
Yeah, that's the tricky.
So I've recorded it on OBS, but the problem with OBS is that it doesn't record it as an audio file. It
No.
records
See, I
it as a
feel
video.
like there's got to be a way for this software to record.
That's
things.
what I thought.
I'll find a way.
Right,
I'll find a way.
I'll find a way.
Yeah, find the
There's
best way. Find the best way.
Yeah,
Right, I've really got to go, people. I've got to get up for work
Yeah.
That's
in
fine.
the morning.
Thanks,
so.
fam.
Right.
Up
See you later,
early
folks.
doors.
So, Chinny, are you going to get the audio off of
I'll do it. Yeah, it's
OBS?
fine.
Or...
Ginny,
Sorry. Hopefully this will be the last week.
No, it's fine.
Chinny.
Yes.
Chinny, I'll see you on Wednesday night for some poker.
Poker, poker, poker.
All right, mate.
Poker, poker.
Speak to you soon.
Have a good night, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye.